Yes, guys, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV for another watch along with your hosts, David, the Irish Hotspur, and Jack Kanicki, the best Euro dream team there is about. Jack, how are you keeping, my man?
Not bad, David. It's actually a pretty interesting group we got lined up today. It's it's kind of a very precarious scenario. You know, any goal that goes in for any game is going to really change things up. So, you know, we're going to have to keep track of all the games at once. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, we are. Of course, I do want to touch on that actually quickly before kickoff. But look, the starting lineups are out. We are here for the watch along for Finland versus Belgium, kicking off at 8 p.m. Make sure everyone watching, make sure you do smash a like on the stream. If you're new, make sure you smash and subscribe on the channel. And look, the starting lineups are out. So Finland, they've gone for more or less a 5-3-2 with Hradecki in goals, Retela right wing back, Urinen at left wing back, Arujari at centre back, Tovin at right centre back, and O'Shaughnessy, the guy with Irish heritage, at left centre back, with Lod in centre midfield, along with Sparv and Kamara from Celtic in centre midfield, and Pojampala up front alongside Timu Pukki from Norwich. Belgium, well, they've gone for Courtois in goals. Denier, Boyat and Vermaelen form the three centre backs. Interestingly, Shadley and Trossard are at left, Shadley at left. I'm going to say mid and Trossard at right mid. I don't think it's going to be a wing-back formation. I think they're going to expect to have a lot of the ball. So, and then with De Bruyne and Witsel forming the midfield duo with Doku, Hazard and Lukaku forming the front three, of course, with Lukaku up top, Hazard out left and Doku on the right side. But look, a very interesting call from Roberto Martinez, of course, the guy that was linked with the Spurs job. You know, look, he's more or less changed the back line there. He's took out for Tongue and he's took out Toby Alderweireld. You know, no Mounier. You know, so what do you think what do you make of the lineup for Belgium, Jack?
Look, I think it seems like Roberto Martinez, David, he seems very confident that they're going to grab the win here. He's obviously made a lot of changes here. The likes of Nasser Chadli moving into that maybe left mid position, not really as much of a left wing back, cleverly said, like you did, David. Where he's going to have plenty of the ball. It's not going to maybe even be that defensively responsible. He's almost like a left mid, really. And then Axel Witsel coming off of injury, a very, very bad injury for Dortmund. He's going to be kind of eased into things. So this is a good opportunity for him. Like to Thomas Vermaelen, who I feel like has always kind of been in the game, but seems to, you know, maybe always kind of underimpressed, the former scummer. He'll be in the left center back position. Dedrick Boyata from Hertha Berlin. I'd love to see him. I never get to see him play really for Belgium as much. And then Jeremy Doku, I will say I'm very excited to see.
Dave. Yeah. 100% agree with you, Jack. Jack just having a bit of internet connection problems. Oh, Jack, you timed out there when you're speaking about Doku. Go again.
Oh, sorry, David. If you can hear me, yeah, Jeremy Doku is just absolutely rapid. He's absolutely skillful. He's unbelievable on the ball for Rennes in the Liga, and I'm really excited for seeing him, David. Roberto Martinez, he seems very confident in getting maybe the win here, so that's why he's gone with so many changes. But players like Doku, I'm still very excited to see, David.
Yeah, same here. I'm not going to lie. And look, you know, Belgium and Finland, they are taking the pitch now. They're walking out. They still have the national anthems and everything else to do. Ricardo, Nico, Kachi says Pookie Pies, and Arman Amasia says good evening. David and Jack, big yourself up. Look, Jack, there is a lot to play for. Basically, look, Denmark, they're not out yet. They are playing Russia. It's going on at the same time as this. Denmark, they have to beat Russia in order to try and get that third place spot on 3 points. And of course, with what happened earlier on, Ukraine will also be hoping that is the case, that Denmark beat Russia today for that third place, especially if Belgium do beat Finland tonight, because that'll leave Russia, Denmark, and Finland all on 3 points, and of course Ukraine. And there's only 4 spots up for grabs, so Ukraine, they're kind of waiting to see how the rest pans out. So they will be hoping that that basically Belgium win tonight and Denmark win today. What do you make of this, Jack? It's hotting up, isn't it? It's getting exciting, and of course, to all the English fans out there, the ones that think it's coming home, your day is tomorrow, so that should be exciting for you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Are you excited? Are you happy? And Jack, back to the original question.
Yeah, David, I think that's very cleverly said. When you think about it, it's going to be Finland are going to have to look to maybe get a draw here, maybe in order to maintain second place position because Russia, in the situation with them, they know that Denmark is going to have to go for the win here. And so Russia might be setting up pretty defensively, David. And I think Russia is going to be going for a draw or a win here. Russia, though, similar to Denmark, I think they're on -2 goal difference, though, David. So whereas Finland is on 0 goal difference. So when you think about that, Finland maybe, if they just get a point and let's say Russia get a point, Finland are the one who then take the second place position. So it is kind of all really, when you think about it, built on goal difference as well. But also, like cleverly said, David, like Ukraine will probably be looking into these games very keenly as to how it will play out. And so I think that's also very important. A lot of the third place teams or potential third place teams will be looking at these games and see how they unfold. Yeah,
100%. It's hotting up, like I said, and then look, this is the best part of the Euros now. It's coming down to crunch time. Last group games. It's the last round of the group games and the group stages. So it's hotting up. Look, we have Materio. He says Finland, you can win. He's obviously up for them. He has the Swedish flag there, if I'm not mistaken. Big yourself up. Jonas pointing in. Let's get the Pookie party started. Yeah, look, I would like to see an upset today. That's why I'm on the Finland side. I'm on your side, my man. I wouldn't mind seeing an upset today. Ye Kid, hey guys, how are we? I hope you're keeping well, my man. Big up to Ye Kid. Lee Brown, Potter incoming. Don't say that. Not Harry Potter. I definitely don't want him. Look, man, in the building, big yourself up. And thoughts on the City bid for Kane. Look, we'll save that for a bit later on in the stream, just in case the game gets dull. Ye Kid. And Lee Brown, Spurs fans, get your wizard hats ready. Yeah, get your Quidditch. Get your broomsticks ready. Get your Harry Potter costume out. Get your scar. Get the lipstick from the missus. Put the scar on your forehead, and away we go. Hogwarts Hotspur. Here we come. But Jack, honestly, I can't wait for this game to kick off. This is what we live for. The moments like this, where it's do or die, now or never. And it's brilliant. Of course, the coin toss coming here. The shake of hands by the captain. The coin toss for kickoff. Finland. Where is this game? I think this is being played in.
This one is being played in St. Petersburg, I believe, David, whereas the Russia-Denmark game is being played in Copenhagen. So it's a bit, maybe Russia would have liked this game to be in St. Petersburg, maybe to have a bit of the backing from the home crowd. But yeah, things are almost flipped for the teams here.
Yeah, 100%. And look, Jack, what sort of way do you expect Finland to kind of line up tonight and set out play? Do you think they're purely going to set up for a point and try and catch them on the counter? Or do you think they might go for it today?
Look, David, I think they're going to try to just play very, very conservatively in the first half. I think they're going to be happy with a 0-0 going into the first half. Gianpaolo has been that guy with maybe the massive forehead in order to put the goals in with the headers and from those balls in the box. They really like to push the wingbacks high when they can break, but obviously the wingbacks will also, though, sit very deep and sit in that 5 in the back kind of formation. To be honest, David, I think they're going to really be looking for a 0-0 in the first half, and then after that, if it gets to that point, there will be definitely a different type of atmosphere, I would say, after that. So I think they're going to be looking for 0-0 for the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. I fully agree with you. And look, the other alternative, and it's a very unlikely outcome, that Russia win, Finland win. That leaves it going on goal difference for Belgium, Finland, and Russia. So that'll be a bit dicey. I doubt that is going to happen. Look, Belgium fancy their chances. You can tell with whoever they have playing left wing back, right wing back, Trossard and Shadley. They're clearly expecting to have a lot of the ball. Jack, let's get your score predictions. Everyone else that's tuning in, put your score predictions in the comment section here for this game. Now, Jack, what are you going with, my man?
Look, Belgium, I feel like they've been a bit kind of inconsistent, but the moment Kevin De Bruyne came into the game, that last game, he was absolutely lethal, David. And so maybe now that De Bruyne is back in the lineup, Jeremy Doku, he can maybe tear it up against them. I'm going to go for a bit of a 2-0 route. I think it's going to be something like a 2-0 route. But the Finnish or the Suomi, they do actually defend very well. They do defend very well. So I would only say maybe 2-0, 1-0.
Yeah, interesting. Look, I'm going to go. I think it could be 3-0, 4-0. This I really do. Look, I think if Belgium put 1 or 2 by them quickly, then it becomes just pure Belgium dominating the game, and they might start to carve them open. But then again, look, Finland, they do have to hold on for dear life with goal difference, especially if Denmark do overturn Russia. So, look, they're not. I can't really see them coming out there too often. Look, the game has kicked off here. Belgium are attacking down the right hand side. Jeremy Doku on the ball here. He's just holding up 2 Finland defenders around him. You can see already, look, Finland are dropping back more or less to the box.
Right.
Oh, they're after winning the ball back here, and they're trying to break with numbers here. They're on the break. Oh, well intercepted. good defending by Jason Denayer. And it's Axel Witsel on the ball here, Jack. Belgium looking comfortable. Look, Finland just dropping men behind the ball. It's starting off like we expected, really, isn't it?
No, yeah, I think Finland are just going to be defending for their lives. And when you think about it, David, right, they don't probably expect to be in this position where they could be grabbing the second place position or even just be qualifying. So when you think about it, David, it's going to be all defenders backs against the wall, just see if they can get through the first 45 minutes, unscathed, and then go from there and see if they can get a historic qualification for the next round.
100%. It would be historic for the country. It'd be amazing for them. Look, of course, Timo Pukki scored the winning goal that got them here. The goal that got them here, and he's a legend. And look, I'm sure if he'd be dying to get one. So I'm sure if the ball falls to him, he will. I like Timo Pukki. I think he works very hard. He's very clever with his movement. He always finds himself in dangerous positions. And for me, if anyone's going to do it for Finland today, it'd be him. But look, the formation's more or less what I'm seeing here. It's a flat 5 across the back. It's a 5-3-2 by Finland. It's clear as day. And Belgium, interestingly, is more or less a 3-4-3. So look, you can see it here. They're clearly pushing high up, rotating the ball from left to right. Jeremy Doku on the ball again. Jack's man here.
Yeah, I mean, David, when you also think about it as well, probably the Finnish players, I mean, maybe for this game, they're going to still have to defend well. They're still going to have their wits about them against the Belgians. But, I feel like there's going to be a lot of maybe extra adrenaline in their steps just because this could be absolutely historic for them if they were to hold this off. And like I said, they've actually defended quite well in the fact that they only have a 0 goal difference. And so you got to give them credit for that. But then again, this is the game where they do face Belgium, the team that could absolutely slaughter them, and maybe that goal difference might go out the door. But yeah, I think this just even the idea of this kind of flat back 5 versus a very attacking 3 in the back is just going to be very interesting, David.
Do you know what? It'd be very interesting if Finland do get the ball and get quick, do take the ball off Belgium and get very quick ball up to the 2 strikers, because it's more or less leaving a 3-on-2. So with Timo Pukki, he has the ability. And look, it'd be interesting to see if they can break away quickly, Jack, wouldn't it? How do you think that would pan out? Do you think with Finland leaving the 2 up top that maybe they could get at the 3 if they get quick breaking ball?
Yeah, I think what's going to need to happen is that they're going to need some type of fullback in order to maybe help the break. The fullback probably plays it to Glenn Kamara or maybe Sparv in the middle, and then Sparv would probably play Pojan Palo, and Pojan Palo maybe from there tries to play Pukki in behind or something like that. Or, David, they might just go for the classical kind of long ball, just launch it up forward via center back. Maybe a lucky knockdown happens and they just get a goal that way. I mean, that's also how teams like this, sometimes maybe rely on their goals in situations like this where they do maybe rely on a bit of luck and they want to maybe just cause a bit of chaos. Doesn't need to sometimes be scintillating kind of attacking pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, well, look, at the minute, they're keeping possession. They've had possession here for the last minute or so.
Yeah.
Just rotating it left to right, not really going forward with any sort of, intent. They're just happy to keep the ball, waste some minutes down in this half. Left wing back playing it inside into the striker. And it's gone misplaced pass back to him. It's gone out for a throw into Belgium. Yeah, look, Belgium, I don't know, Finland is starting well, but it's more or less what we've seen across the pattern here of the Euros. These teams start well, second half, then, the stronger nations tend to take over and start to dominate the game.
Right. Yeah, I actually really agree with that, David. I think sometimes, even with most games, David, no matter how well a team maybe looks in the first 10 minutes, sometimes the first 10 minutes, both teams are just full of adrenaline, full of running and full of pace and willing to practically, put their bodies on the line. But then after that first 10 minutes, things usually seem to settle down and you can really see maybe how the game might actually unfold from there.
Yeah, 100%. Look, man says on paper, Belgium should win. Yeah, 100% they should. Hugh Guy GT, time is 10 o'clock. Big yourself up. Lokman Eunice says, got to go, catch up later, guys. See you, Lokman. And Mark Swift, big yourself up. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Everybody, get your score predictions in below. Make sure you have smashed the like on the stream and subscribe on the channel if you're new. Eden Hazard look a bit frustrating there already. I don't know why, to be honest with you. But gee, one back and here we go. Finland are on the break. It's 3-on-3. Good ball across by Pukki. Well defended. Yeah. Pukki tried to float one in behind the Belgian back line and Good defending there, but Boyata getting his head to it. And Belgium back on the ball here now. Axel Witsel out to Jeremy Doku. Back into Witsel. Witsel just over to De Bruyne. Bruyne out to Shadley. Lukaku. Good ball back in. Oh, well defended. Last-ditch tackle by the Finland centre-back. Arzuari or whatever you want to call him there. Good tackle. Good last-ditch tackle. On his toes. And this is what Finland are going to have to be, Jack. On their toes.
Yeah, absolutely, David. They're just going to have to be switched on, even more than switched on, practically, just full lights on in the brain, constantly, where almost you start to go crazy, David. Probably you have to be that switched on. You probably even start imagining players even on your shoulder practically, because it's just absolute balls to the wall defending.
It is, and they're going to have to do a hell of a lot more of it. Belgium just tried an over-the-top ball here for Jeremy Doku. He just couldn't get it down, couldn't get it under control. What a last-ditch tackle there, to be fair. What a last-ditch tackle. Lukaku held it up, tried to play in Shadley, it looked like there. Shadley, and good last-ditch tackle, to be fair. We have Finland on the ball here. 3 centre-backs. Interestingly, when they get the ball, Jack, they are pushing the wing-backs up, which I didn't expect.
Yeah,
I didn't expect. I thought maybe they'd just play a flat back 5, but in defence they're playing a flat back 5. But when they're on the ball, they're pushing the wing-backs up. So they are looking to maybe come at Belgium here. Maybe the sense they could do something.
Yeah, no, you're great observation, David. They actually then try to maybe, to the best of their ability, kind of transition to a bit more of a 3 in the back with the wingers, pushed up at very high. And then the center back in the middle there, who I believe is Tojoy, would be kind of maybe the last man kind of sweeper role for the defenders, where he's always just going to be someone that's available for either, someone to play back, to play out of possession, play out of pressure, or someone to also, in case there's a mistake, to be the last man there. But you're right, David, cleverly said. I think they're when they do have possession, they will try to move to a 3 in the back.
Yeah, no, and it's just interesting. It's just an interesting observation because look, a point here for them would be a magnificent point. It would see them more or less get through to the next round. I do believe that. So yeah, no, it's interesting that they maybe do fancy themselves to maybe cause an upset here and playing with no fear. It's nice to see, to be honest with you. But Belgium on the ball here again. Axel Witsel through the middle. Out wide. Is that Denayer? Jeez, Denayer's playing high enough up there for the centre back.
I think that's Dedrick Boyata.
Oh, Boyata.
Or no, that is Denayer. Denayer's on the pitch as well. Sorry, David. Yeah.
Oh, poor pass by Finland. Oh, that's a poor pass by Eden Hazard there for Lukaku to try and set him free and behind. And the left wing back is coming out with the ball. Good rotation. Pukki picks it up. Good pass into the middle into Sparv. And Finland, they were able to pass it around here. They're not as bad as maybe the other people think, Jacko.
No, I mean, considering even what we saw from Ukraine today, David, where I was very disappointed. I mean, the passing that Ukraine had today was absolutely atrocious. And considering what Finland's able to do right now is considerably better. So, absolutely. And even also, I think one of the other games that might have been one of the worst ones was that Poland or that Sweden-Slovakia game was also one of the worst games I think I've seen in terms of actual passing between the sides. But yeah, Finland seemed to be maybe deservedly so. Why they only have 0 goal difference? They've actually are a much better side. Seem to be in tune with each other, maybe more than we thought they would.
No, look, the system this manager has set up, it looks well rehearsed and well routine. So fair play. Look, they look like one. They look like a unit. But look, Scott M says here he's jacking withdrawals now with the Austria itches and Ukraine's Yanko's game over.
Am I in withdrawal? In a way, maybe with the Austrians have a lot of itches on their team, so that's a blessing. But it seems like the Austrians are going to go through, David, so we'll be seeing them. And then I am absolutely gutted to see the Yankos, to see the Ukrainians, possibly not be able to go through. I actually anticipated them to do very well in that group and even maybe out top the Dutch. As crazy as I was, I think I even had them, maybe even overtake the Dutch. But yeah, I'm absolutely disappointed and maybe even egg on my face as well, David.
No, look, they were awful today. They were awful. They were so easy to pass around. And look, even last 15 minutes, You need the goal. Go and get
Not
it.
even
Throw
up for
everything
it.
you can. And they just showed no reaction. They didn't create a chance. And even when they didn't have the ball, they were sloppy. To be honest with you, they made me look a bit overtrained. They looked very, very tired, I thought.
I agree. That's a good observation, David. And also as well, the Austrians, I think David and, Ben and Sim, they had, I think, really great watch along, because plenty of times they were just saying the Austrians were practically like flies all over the pitch, just any time. Yeah. It seemed like no Ukrainian player could get more than 2 touches. It felt like before there was somebody already closing them down, somebody pressuring them, somebody swiping at them, whatever it may have been. The Austrians just seemed absolutely up for it and were just everywhere over the pitch.
Yeah, look, of course, congrats to the Austrians. First time they've ever got out of the group stage in the European Championships. So first time they're ever in the knockout stages. So fair play to them. And look, they look together. They look like a unit. Let's welcome Aaron Dove. How are you, lads? I hope you're keeping well, my man. I hope you're having a good day here over in the sunshine, my man. And he says, what time are you on in game for the sync? 1 second. I'm a bit far away from the TV, so I have to go and check the time. I'll come back to you.
David is about 20 seconds ahead of me, so
I'm on 12 minutes and 10 seconds, Aaron.
Yep.
12 minutes and 10 seconds, my man.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Joachim Schustein says, cheers, lads. Big yourself up. I hope you're keeping well. Clutch Austin, my man, how are you? I hope you're keeping well. And Marty G.I., Irish Spurs fan here too. Where are you based, Irish Hotspur? County Kildare, my man. County Kildare. So big yourself up. Look, anyone that's watching, if you have any questions you want me and Jack to answer, feel free to put them in. We will answer them. So I'll trade a like for a question. So you like the stream, I'll answer your question. That seems fair enough. Look, Belgium on the attack here through the middle. It's Doku. Doku's coming very deep inside here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Trossard on the ball here for Belgium into De Bruyne.
I feel like I've heard you say you kind of rate Trossard, David, or am I wrong? Am I misquoting you?
Oh, no, I don't rate him.
You don't rate him? Must have been someone else then. Yeah, don't rate him. There you go, David. There it is. David the Irish Hotspur.
Good ball in. De Bruyne tried to put one in behind for Lukaku to get onto him at the end of his head. It was just a bit over here at the end of the day. But sorry, Jack, what were you saying that?
No, I'm seeing that right now, David. Yeah, a good, clever idea maybe from De Bruyne there. But I was just going to say, Trossard on the right mid, and I was wondering if you rated him, and seeing him in that position is a bit odd. And maybe I thought someone else, someone on the big Tottenham.
It was actually on my stream. Trossard. Someone said it to me. Said it to me to rate him, and I disagreed because I don't rate him at all.
I forgot who it was.
Just don't rate him at all. Alex Burton, big yourself up. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Kang Mia, a Spurs fan from Myanmar. Big yourself up. Never been to Myanmar, man. Tell me what it's like. Tell me what your country's like, man. Interested to hear. And I hope you're keeping well. Ragazzo Italiano. I'm sure, look, it's a great time to have that last name. Right now with Italy playing well. He says, both teams have highly technical players. Both are not players who are ready to get into a battle and defend. Yeah.
Is he talking about Finland as well? That's it's a huge compliment to the Finns. I'll say maybe, I wouldn't say they're as technical, but then again maybe he's right, because that Finnish midfield, we maybe made a couple of comments. They've made some pretty quick kind of first time link up kind of passes, first time passes with each other. They've been actually quite silky at times, considering.
He's talking about Ukraine and Turkey.
Oh, he's talking about Ukraine and Turkey. Interesting. Yeah, they're supposed to be very technical sides, especially. I think Turkey's just been David, I don't know about you, maybe the biggest disappointment of the whole tournament.
Yeah, big, massive disappointment.
I think they've even been maybe the worst team, you could even argue, maybe apart from North Macedonia, but even North Macedonia maybe had better spells of play sometimes than the Turkish. So, yeah, really disappointed. And I think
Lukaku in behind. Lukaku, big chance. Big chance there, missed. I think it was De Bruyne that slipped him in. Great ball. He kind of just ran off the left-sided centre-back in between the two centre-backs, centre-back and left-sided centre-back. He was offside anyway. But look, it was a good run by Lukaku. Well played in by, I think it was De Bruyne in the end. Well played in. And look, he went just went wide of the post. Unlucky. The Belgians are starting to be a bit proactive. That's 2 balls by De Bruyne now, trying to release Lukaku. But look, he was offside anyway. But look, Belgium are maybe starting to ramp it up a bit, Jack.
No, I mean Kevin De Bruyne is that's why he's the best player in the world, David, is because he takes one touch and he's able to play the ball like that. He doesn't need 2 touches, he just needs 1 touch, and he already knows where he's about to play it. He already sees what's about to happen. So that's just what makes him the best in the world sometimes. But yeah.
100%. And look, James Kinnan says Lukaku goal today. Look, I would like to see him score, to be honest with you. He's looking threatening. He's hanging on the last man. He's looking to get in behind. He's showing short for the ball, trying to link up. I think there could be a goal in it for him here for him today. What do you think, Jack?
David, I mean, we had in our Euros preview, I need him to be my golden boot. You know, I need him to be my call for the golden boot. You know, he still has a strong chance for it, especially if he were maybe to grab something like a brace today. Would help a lot. Really, any goal would help a lot for me to get that right. But yeah, David, absolutely backing him to get the golden boot, even still maybe. But maybe it seems like maybe the own goals might be the golden boot winner of this Euros.
Yeah, it could be at this rate. Or Patrick Schick from my pick against the dark horse, Czech Republic.
Beautiful.
Czech Republic, you know, they're more or less out of the group. 4 points should be enough to see them out. So that'd be interesting. Of course, playing England tomorrow. And we have Ragazzo Italiano, Ukraine and Turkey. Yeah, we're sorry. Kang Mayet says, well, it's a golden country in Asia. You guys should come visit us. We have an official supporter club here in Burma. Yeah, I would love to go out there, my man. I really would. Unfortunately, it costs a lot of dollars, and I just don't have, my man. I'd love to go around to our Spurs supporters group and have a chat with them all and meet them all, man. Ragazzo Italiano says, my Italy, whilst I know everyone is hyping them up, we will get semis at push, but I really fear our strikers being players who are not the best, and Bonucci, Chiellini against fast attackers, i.e. Mbappe. I'm just going to take the second part of this, and then I'm going to hand this over to Jack. But for me, look, with Chiellini and Bonucci, the world-class defenders, I think they'll have the smarts to not get caught in a foot race. That's just my opinion. They've been around the block, they've seen them many times. They're still playing at this level at their age. Honestly, they must be doing something right. You know, look, the Italians, they love defending. It's their bread and butter. And for me, you know, I just think they'll have the smarts not to put themselves in a position to be in a foot race. But Jack, they comment as an entirety. He reckons at the semis, he fears that the strikers come the latter stages, might find it hard to score. What do you think?
Look, I actually really rate the Italians, David, with the likes of Insigne, Berardi, and Immobile. I think that's over like 40-plus goals between them, and that's not even including assists. I think even assists, it's practically close to like 20 or 30 assists total combined of all of them. They've actually all had tremendous seasons. So then I actually rate their strikers and their front three, and also in the likes of Chiellini and Bonucci. It seems like something's in the bruschetta, David. It seems like, something's given them a bit of that energy, a bit of that, whatever it may be, because Chiellini and Bonucci, they look 10 years younger. Yeah, they do, to be fair. Jack, just looking at Shadley here. Shadley is a player I've always liked. I think he was very good in the Spurs jersey. I was a bit gutted when we sold him. I think he had a bit about him. And, what do you think? Do you think maybe Tottenham sold Shadley a bit too early? I think they did, David. And, the reason I always liked him as well is he was just one of those, nice, tall guys, very strong, with a good touch as well. I always rated players like that. Those were the players I always tried to be like, and definitely could never emulate it well. But, yeah, absolutely rated Shadley. And it was very disappointing to see that he wasn't maybe really backed or maybe given enough confidence at Spurs. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. No, I just really liked him. I thought most of the time he played, I thought he used to put in a good shift, and he had a good strike on him. He had that something different. He could score from outside the box on his day. He could skin anybody. He had a good cross as well. Mm-hmm. I think maybe we should have kept hold of him a bit longer. I really do. I was a bit gutted. But look, Aaron Dove here, he says, if Harry Kane goes, would you be happy if we get Lukaku, and do you think he would come? Just 1 minute on that, Aaron Dove. Look, anyone that's tuned in, it is 0-0 still here. Look, Belgium is starting to turn it on a little. They're starting to look a bit more threatening. Finland, look, they're by no means are they caving in. Are they just sitting back? They are trying to get on the ball. When they're pushing up, they're pushing their two wing backs high. When without the ball, it's a 5 flat across the back. With the ball, it's more or less a 3. More or less a 3-2, 3-2. And without the ball, it's just a 5-3-2. Look, Belgium. And look, a good ball in behind there quickly, actually. A good ball in behind for Romelu Lukaku. Let's see how he should have done better with this.
He skipped by the defender. Lukaku, that's just a better ball there, and he would have released Eden Hazard in.
Just a better ball. Outside the foot. He didn't know.
Yeah, he tried outside the foot. He skipped round the defender very well. I thought he was shaping up for a shot outside of the boot. Made me look that's a bit beyond his capabilities. He's a striker, but he was unlucky. A better ball and could have seen Belgium one up here. Yeah, but look, Jack, back to Aaron's question. If Harry goes, would you be happy to get Lukaku?
I mean, Lukaku is an excellent replacement. Maybe similar to, Harry Kane provides something that's very unique, which is that incredible ability to not only score, but also create, pretty much from any part of the pitch. And maybe Lukaku's kind of superpower is just being practically the most physical and dominating forward maybe in all of football at the moment. And so I would absolutely take that. I really rate Lukaku, especially recently under Antonio Conte. He seems to absolutely become a winner. Seems to really also he's in fantastic shape from the looks of it as well, David. Yeah. And he seems like I said, again, I'll say it again, he really looks like a winner. He looks like more of a leader as well, leader by example. He's become a true professional. So in a way, very different player, obviously, to Harry, and probably wouldn't have nearly the same output maybe. But then again, he absolutely has a very unique superpower.
Jason Denayer a couple of times. Sorry, Jack. Jason Denayer a couple of times. He stepped out from being the three at the back, stepped in front of the strikers, nicked the ball. Look, good ball to Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard skinned two defenders, put it across. The defender put his boot on it, miskicked it, and it nearly went in. A mix-up between the keeper and the defender. The keeper called for it. I was unlucky. Axel Witsel trying one from distance there now. Comfortable enough for the keeper. It was, De Bruyne. De Bruyne skips by them all. Great play by De Bruyne. Yeah. Good ball across. The defender completely hits the understuds, bounces, and comes off the keeper's head. The keeper's head, and it stays out of the net. Look, Finland living dangerously now, Jack.
No, yeah, Dave, they absolutely are. Hrdetsky is, he's the one for Finland. He's maybe you could say maybe even their best player. And so, he's gonna need all the luck he can get, but he's also going to be capable of maybe pulling out some very spectacular saves. That one was a bit more lucky, I would say. That one is a bit more lucky, though, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you, my man. Who have we got here? We have MR, FR. David, would you take Nuno or Potter? Look, I don't want either of them, not both of them. None of them give me a hard on, to be honest with you. So, no, I definitely I wouldn't take either. If they come, I'd back them. But I just, I don't want them, to be honest with you. I just don't want them at Tottenham Hotspur. But like I said, if they come, I'll have to back them. Everybody, make sure you have smashed that like. Make sure you smash subscribe on the channel if you're new. And feel free to send in a super chat or two to help the boys, help support the boys' channel. They're putting great work here. And of course, they'll be back with another massive watch along for England, Czech Republic tomorrow. No doubt celebrating into the long hours of the night, qualifying out of the group, singing It's Coming Home, followed by renditions of Garrett, You're the One, We're the Barmy Army, all this sort of jazz. You know what I mean? And then, they'll come back crashing down to reality the next morning, here we go. Here's Ben himself. How are you keeping, my man?
What are you saying, guys?
I was saying there about your team tomorrow. I was bigging up your team tomorrow, and then I was saying, you're going to be sitting there celebrating after it tomorrow, singing renditions of Garrett, You're the One, followed by the Barmy Army, and It's Coming Home. So I'd say you'd be hungover then the next day.
I'll tell you the truth. We're not doing an event tomorrow. We're doing it. No, we're doing a watch along from the studio.
Oh, I thought you were doing the Broad 3 games.
We were, but then there wasn't enough interest for the third game, so we just did it for the first two games. I mean, the Scotland game proper popped off. It went mental in there for the Scotland game. So we're going to take a break for one game and then come back strong for the last 16, then the quarters, then the semis, and then it's coming home, baby.
Yeah. Look, were you disappointed after the Scotland game? I never spoke to you after, but were you disappointed after the Scotland game, man?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, I thought it was always going to be a tough, contested game. Yeah, England didn't show up too well. Scotland probably deserved more than they got in the game. But look, I think it was always going to be a tough game, that Scottish game. I think all we need to do was get through it. We're more or less through in the group, so I'm not too bothered, to be honest. And it might be better us finishing second anyway. So maybe I'm rooting for a draw tomorrow. I don't know, but I think we will get the 3 points tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it'd be easier. You watching the game here now, Finland, Belgium?
Yeah, I've got it on. I mean, it's just a matter of time till Belgium score, in my opinion. Now, I think.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Yeah.
They're knocking on the door. De Bruyne is starting to come into his own, isn't he?
Yeah, we just need to get Nasser Chadli on the ball, and then they'll get a goal quicker.
That'd be glorious.
Oh.
I think.
Go on, Jack.
No, that'd be absolutely glorious. I think Nasser Chadli would be the one I would absolutely love to see score, maybe next to Romelu Lukaku, my guy that I'm backing for the Golden Boot. But yeah, Nasser Chadli or Romelu Lukaku for me are the ones I'd love to see score. But definitely agree with you, Ben. I feel like Belgium, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on in the other game. Is there any update there yet?
Well, there, I'll just turn over to my Irish stations and I'll let you know that.
It's 0-0. It's 0-0 still.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, nil odds still here between Russia and Denmark. Denmark, of course, need to win to try and give themselves a chance.
Can Denmark qualify?
Yes, if they beat Russia, I think they'll go ahead with Russia. But it's all to do with goal difference. I don't have it calculated exactly how much they have to win by, but they can qualify tonight. And of course, even if they do win and they finish third, you know, if that happens in one or two of the other groups with the third place team finishing third, it gives them a chance because Ukraine finished on third today on 3 points. So they're hoping that they'll be hoping today that more or less Belgium beat Finland and Denmark beat Russia, so that then it gives them a chance of getting out of their group as well. So it's interesting. It's hotting up now.
Yeah,
I don't think Denmark can't finish above Finland on the same points, right? It's head to head.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when a goal difference comes into it or not. Jack, you know, you're the Euro expert.
Yeah, I mean, goal difference would come into it, but Denmark would have to win 2-0, let's say, against Russia, and then they would be equal with Finland on goal difference, and then I believe as well they would be equal on points. But then again, ooh, wow.
Is there no head-to-head, Jack?
I think there is head-to-head included as well if it were to come down to a three-way tie. But also when you think about it, then Russia would then drop into fourth, because if Russia were to lose 2-0 to Belgium, then their goal difference would go pretty significantly down. I think they would go to like -4 or something like that. So yeah, I think in the case that Denmark were to beat Russia, I don't believe Russia would have any chance, because probably their goal difference would be probably poor enough that they wouldn't have a chance.
1 second, I'm going to go get her. 1 sec.
Mark Swift, of course, wants to know where Ben's dog is, so he's gone to get him for you, Mark. That's dedication to keep you guys, the viewers, happy. 53. Make sure you do smash that like. Make sure you do smash subscribe if you know. And look, here we have the Dulux dog, the Ben's dog, the Dulux dog.
Don't blaspheme me with Daniel Levy bloody what's it called? Sponsorship deals. This is what you call Lily White, named after the Lily Whites.
Oh,
it's a lovely dog, lad. Lovely dog. I'm not a fan of dogs myself, but it's a nice dog. It looks like the Dulux dog, though. It does. It does. No, just grow its hair a little bit longer.
No, it doesn't.
Lad, you can rent the dog to Daniel Levy when he needs to do a Dulux promotion, lad. It's a win-win for you.
This dog's not for sale, David.
There's no chance Daniel Levy's ever get his hands on this dog.
Yeah.
There's some things money can't buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of things money can't buy, what do you think of this whole nonsense with Kane today?
We all know he's about to leave, or he's going to leave at some point, whether it be this summer or next summer. I mean, 100 million and Laporte, I don't think is such a bad deal, to be honest.
I would take Laporte. I think I would probably want to bump it up a little higher, but we don't have maybe as much negotiation power as we would like to. But yeah, I would take maybe 110 million. Maybe that's what I would push it to, 110 million in Laporte, considering that Daniel Levy is probably going to take about 90% of it as well. So it would be nice to actually get Laporte and just maybe solve a bit of the center back issue. And I do really rate Laporte, considering he's not been playing too well, maybe for Spain. As of recent, but I do really rate him, and I would say, you know, any cut price for him would be a good deal. And I do believe he's on the way out. He does seem quite upset for not playing very much this last season since Ruben Diaz came in.
Tell me about Laporte. Since when was he Spanish? Because I thought he was French.
I think he played for Athletic Bilbao, which is that Basque team.
Basque region,
yeah, from the Basque region. And so I believe he, you know, in order to play for Athletic Bilbao.
See, he was originally Jack. I think he's into that there, But he was actually originally called up to the France squad for the last competition, but he was out because he had an injury. So I don't think he's actually played for France, bar if he has. I think it's only a friendly. So that means if he hasn't been capped, like you've done with Jack Grealish and Declan Rice to us, you haven't been capped in a competitive game, well then, you know what I mean, you can cap him. So, yeah, it's mad. It's not one I thought I'd expect to see. But, look, they didn't bring Sergio Ramos. They brought in Laporte. So, look, fair play. Oh, here we are, cracking one up. Oh, Denayer, that's absolute. Oh, Witzel, that's shocking. That's shocking.
And I was thinking as well, you can't get a better centre-back in the market on our budget. You just can't. So if we can get him in with the Kane deal, then I think it's a no-brainer, to be honest. But it doesn't want to come to us, though.
I don't know. You know, if we got the right manager in, we could schmooze him. You know, basically tell him you're going to be playing week in, week out. I'm sure he will come. The thing is, for me, Laporte, I think, has to be a part of this deal, plus 150 million. I think 150 million might be a bit excessive. But look, if we could get Laporte, that's a centre-back filled up. So we have 100 million. We can get 2 strikers and a centre attacking midfield. That should leave us with about 30 million to go and get another centre-back. And then with sales of other players in and around the club, that means you can fill up your right back and maybe bring in another centre midfielder. So therefore, you can complete your rebuild more or less in a way off that. But again, does Laporte want to come? For me, look, I'll be honest with you. You know where I stand. I would rather not sell Harry Kane. I'd rather price City out of the market. I'd rather Daniel Levy saying you're not going anywhere. I'd rather rebuild them. I'd rather rebuild around them because it's why we built the stadium. It's why we built the training complex. Is to keep our best players and be watching the players like Harry Kane and Son and that. And I just think it'd be a very, very sad day for Tottenham if we do sell him. And there's only one person that we have to blame for it, in my opinion, that it's come to this. Because it should never come to this.
I completely agree. And Tottenham hold all the cards this summer, but it's going to come to a point where we don't hold all the cards.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of alluding to, Ben. I kind of agree. It's kind of like a ticking time bomb of when we actually won't have, all the cards. And Kane will be able to leave at a certain price that he might want whatever he wants, really, at that point. But with Laporte, I mean, if Joachim Andersen is supposed to be coming through the door, I would say, a combination of Laporte and Andersen for the future would be actually quite spectacular, especially considering they're both very good at distributing, both very good on the ball, both very demanding in the air as well. So, I mean, in a way, it'd be a good center back pairing for the future.
It would be.
Managers first.
Yeah, that's
just looking at everything today, Ben. Right, so you have the Harry Kane situation with the rumored bid. I'm not sure whether it's everyone's saying different things. I'm not sure 100% whether it's factual or not. But Man City with the rumored bid, you have no manager, and with the transfer market and the fans unhappy. Do you think that everything is coming to a head now, and with the decisions on the manager, Harry Kane, and players coming in, that it'll show us what direction we're going in as a club, maybe once decisions are made on all these 3 things?
I think that's already been shown, David. I think that's already been shown. We've shown our true colours last summer. We all thought we had a great summer, but we actually didn't. They pulled the walls over our eyes once again. And I mean, it's just time and time again. Daniel Levy shows his true colours and shows which direction this club is going in. And unfortunately, it's only one way. And I can't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And it's like really depressing times for Spurs fans right now. And I think Kane leaving or Kane staying is just by the by because we're going only in one direction anyway.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Jack. What's your thoughts on it, my man?
No, I absolutely echo what Ben just said. I mean, I think that it's been quite clear, maybe the direction and maybe the intention and maybe the commitment of Daniel Levy, right? Where plenty of owners that have big budgets or plenty of owners of big clubs, they show the will and maybe even that competitiveness to win, to maybe show up the other owners of the league, maybe show up whoever they want at their big rich dinner parties. And Daniel Levy is just not that one. Daniel Levy only cares about sustainability, financial sustainability, stability, all of those ST words. And so it seems like he's just not going to be able to really, I don't know, maybe even just commit himself to maybe bringing us back to where we once were. I think he's just going to accept the fact that we have made a bit of a loss and we have made a huge jump down, but he's also probably just looking at it to eventually be made back and eventually he'll be able to to maybe look at the club differently. But I think he just doesn't want to take in, he's going to have to dip into his own pockets, David, and I don't think he will ever want to do that.
It won't happen.
No, look, we got the video. We got the video of Daniel Levy. But this is another thing I find out. Ben, no other chairman in the league goes to the extreme lengths Daniel Levy does to explain why we can't do anything. Like get a manager in, get in good players, get in a world-class manager. He's the only one that goes to such extreme lengths. And does he not understand that every club has gone through this, but they know they're going to make it back? In terms of what they make every year, a year and a half to 2 years of making a bit of a loss. So it shouldn't really harm them to that extent. And what do you think of the extreme lengths that Daniel Levy's going to tell us why we can't do this, that, and the other compared to every other chairman in the league?
I mean, he sees the discontent with the fan base. I mean, he heard the chants on the last game of the season, or the second last game, whatever it was. He heard the chants at Wembley, Enoch out. He's been seeing the protest, albeit not great protests, but he's seen them. He's seeing all this discontent from fans going on. So, I mean, he's trying to save a bit of face, but the guy is so out of touch with everything. Everything he does is like a landmine. Everything he does just blows up in his face, and he's just so out of touch. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. I mean, I actually can't believe some of the things he comes out with, I really want to win. Yeah, you really want to win, but you left out the thing, I really want to win on a shoestring budget. That's what you really want to win on.
Yeah, 100%. And look, a good ball in by De Bruyne to Lukaku, 6-yard area. He probably should have put it away straight into the keeper's arms. A weak attempt really there. And just interesting, Belgium have switched Eden Hazard and Doku. They've switched wings. They've switched opposite sides. So maybe it's to try and see if they can get at give each other a chance to get at the opposing fullback, see what they can do, get in behind them more. But Jack, what do you think on the extreme lengths that Daniel Levy's gone to?
Look, I think, I think Ben is spot on. I think it's actually quite shocking. I think Daniel Levy, he's obviously out of touch, but maybe he's finally showing he's maybe intentionally out of touch or willfully out of touch, because at this point, it just seems like we even alluded to it earlier the other day, David, that it almost seems intentional to see him torture us in this kind of manner.
Yeah, live scenes here from Belgium, Russia, or Denmark, Russia. It's Denmark 1-0 up here. Denmark have taken the lead.
Oh, who's it from? Who's it from? No. Who scored for the Danes? Who scored for the Danes?
I'm not too sure.
What a strike!
Who was it?
Was it our man? Was it our general?
It looks like Delaney. No, not Delaney.
Another former Irishman.
Give us the name who scored, for fuck's sake.
It was Damsgaard.
Oh, yeah, he was
Damsgaard, great goal, lad.
He was great.
He was really good when he came on last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, I really like that you guys caught. I really love that you guys caught notice of him. I thought he actually was playing really well. He's really tricky, as you guys were saying as well. Really tricky, actually, on the ball.
No, 100%.
He seems very two-footed as well.
He's only young as well. He's certainly made his mark here today. What a strike that was. He left the keeper with absolute no chance, rooted to the spot. Great goal. It was a bit of a dipping, looping shot. It was a good goal. Look, we have Mark Swift. He says, hit a like. Come on, you guys. Joseph Shepherd saying that was a quality goal for Denmark. Aaron Dove says, my summer of sport has been ruined by Levy. And today, Sammy Bennett pulling out of Tour de France. Look, I can't profess to know much about the Tour de France, my man. But Levy, I think, has ruined every single one of our summers. Like I said, we're supposed to be sitting on a beach now with pina coladas, taking in some sun, coming back here, tanned, looking ready to go for the new season. But look, Daniel Levy keeps streaming out, rolling out news every day, and it's getting worse by the day. And MRFR said, David, we've gone from Pochettino to Potter, Levy and Enoch out. Yeah, 100%. I want them gone. It's an absolute disgrace. But we've gone from Potter, gone all the way around in a 360, and we're back at Potter now again. It's absolutely shocking. Mojo Pim Bear says Belgium needs to score. Look, they'll still go through because they have 6 points. Denmark will only be on 3 points. So they're in no danger. They still will go through, my man. And Chris Pilgrim says, I take Potter now. He knows the Prem and he could turn out to be Brendan Rodgers or maybe an English Poch, worth a punt for sure. Ben, back at Harry Potter playing Quidditch in the stands, Hogwarts Hotspurs. What do you think?
Oh, what do you mean? What do I think? We've gone from bloody Pochettino and Conte back to Potter and Parker. Mate, you may as well give Ryan Mason the job now. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I think it could happen. I genuinely think. It'll come to a point where it's the right guy wasn't out there. Someone that didn't fit our description that we put out that we wanted. So we're going to put Mason back in charge. I genuinely think that could happen. I would not be surprised.
This whole description thing of a manager is complete rubbish. It's complete rubbish. What do you mean description? They've gone from Pochettino to Conte, who are polar opposites. And then they've gone for who was it? Fonseca and Gattuso, who are both opposites. I mean, what description are they talking about? They just talk out their arse.
But we're not supposed to believe the Conte rumors because we're only supposed to believe what Daniel Levy tells us personally in the videos that he gives out every 2 years. That's the only information we're supposed to actually believe. And that was also
I'll get back onto Levy in a second.
Great opportunity for
Just quickly. Yeah, Doku cut inside from the left-hand side, cutting onto his right foot, tried to curl one into the far post. Good save from the Finland keeper from Hradecki. And, it's a corner kick here now to Belgium. It's delivered in. Poor ball, to be honest with you. And, Belgium's midfield is just...
David, before you carry on, did you see the mural that went up in Dublin today?
No, lad.
I'm going to put it up on the screen now.
Right.
1 second.
What is it?
This is what went up in Dublin today.
For fuck's sake. I tell you, that won't last the night, Ben. That will not last the night, man. I'm telling you, that if it does last the night, I'd be very surprised, but it's not going to last there too long. But I tell you, whoever done it, fair play. Look, I love shithousery in all its arts and forms. How creative some people can get. So fair play, smack bang in the middle of our capital city. Fair play.
It was Paddy Power.
Paddy Power.
Yeah.
Paddy Power did it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm pissed off at them now. They have green everywhere and everything else pretending to be Irish, and then they go and do that. That's a joke. I may send them a strongly worded email about this now. I'm not happy. But no, look, they can't help themselves. It's coming home. All this sort of jazz, you know what I mean? Look, I can see the smile on your face. You have it, and you have it. You do think it's coming home. I know you do.
It's already
I don't, mate. I'm not one of those deluded ones. I promise you. I think we're going out in the next round.
Do you?
Yeah, if we win the group, then for sure.
Yeah,
we ain't beating Germany or France or even Portugal for that matter.
I'd love it to be Germany. I'm not going to lie. I'd love you to get Germany. I'd love it.
We'll lose on penalties.
No, it won't even be. Honestly, I'll be sending you clips of Frank Lampard's the goal every single day on the build-up to that game. If it's Germany, I can't wait for it.
Nah, we can't lose to the Germans. It's like losing to Arsenal.
No, you will lose to the Germans. Do you know what I love, though? Do you know what I love when you play the Germans? You do see the people coming in dressed up as the fighter pilots. That does be funny, especially when you play Germany. That's funny. I have to say, that's good shithousery.
Oh, yeah. To be honest, I will say, Ben, you definitely want to get second. I think second is it's the safest route to at least getting to the semis, I would probably say. Unless, though, if you were to get first, maybe if you would know it's coming home, though, if you get by that first team in the round of 16.
Because if you get past the last 16 and you finish top of the group, it's actually not a bad run to the final.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. So it's however you want to look at it. And if you do win that first game in the round of 16, you definitely can say it's coming home after that. It'd be quite intimidating. It'd be quite intimidating whoever you beat, if you were to top the group. So
exactly.
maybe that's
if we win that last 16 game, I might have to book a flight to Dublin just to knock on your door and tell you it's
No, look, I'm so sure it's not coming home. I'm 1,000% sure it's not happening. It's the same every competition. The trophy's in the engravers, England champions before the ball's even kicked. You know what I mean? But no, look, I like to see us happy for a few weeks. Everyone get out there, enjoy yourself, throw your points up in the air. You know what I mean? But the thing is, the reason why I definitely don't think he's coming home, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think Southgate knows his best 11. I really don't, especially, you know, how many, he's had the World Cup now, he's had this tournament, the qualification, friendlies, okay, you know, some of his players were from the Champions League, they couldn't play the friendlies, but surely he must have an idea of his best 11 now. For me, it just looks like he's tinkering and changing still to find it.
Yeah, I completely
and
agree.
And he tries to pass it off as this big master plan.
I think that's the biggest problem with England is Gareth Southgate, and that's the fact. I mean, I don't get why against Scotland he played 2 CDMs. I would have dropped Mason Mount into the double pivot and played with Jack Grealish up there.
Yeah. What do you think's going on with Sancho? Of course, hasn't seen a minute.
Southgate, mate. That's what Southgate does. I don't know why he doesn't play these players, but he seems to have his favourites, Raheem Sterling. I'm surprised Rashford hasn't started every game. Yeah,
I'm very surprised at that. Look, for me, I think Sterling, I genuinely think it's halftime here, Belgium, Finland. It's 0-0 going in at halftime. Of course, the results in Finland down to a T. Of course, that'll get them 4 points. That'll get them second, and I'll get them out of the group if it stands that Denmark's still beating Russia. So it's looking good for Finland. By no means are they mugging themselves off here. They really are putting up a fight, so they are. But look, back to England, because it's my favourite subject over this course of the summer. Look, Jude Bellingham. Honestly, I think he's missing a trick not playing him. I think he could play him side right because, look, the reason why I say that is because he's just a handful. From what I've seen of him, he's a handful in the box. He gets in the box, but he also gets back. He gets in and he's a big boy as well. He's well able to hand himself. The limelight is not phasing him whatsoever. He's only 17. I know he's only a young lad, but honestly, he's incredible energy, and I think you're missing a trick not playing him. I think he's brilliant.
I completely agree. I think we're missing a trick not playing him. I think it's criminal not to play Jack Grealish. That's the main one for me is Jack Grealish because he's the magic man in the squad, in my opinion. I really think that.
Would you say, Ben, then, would you say because Phil Foden is also the one that everybody seems to think is like, needs to be in the starting 11, first name on the team sheet. But then again, maybe it should be Jack Grealish maybe comes in for Foden and then you put in Jadon Sancho on the right, because I think the thing with Jadon Sancho is he's the only true, maybe natural right winger, or maybe the true right winger that is the most effective there, you could probably argue, on that team. And so maybe it should be maybe just between Foden and Grealish for whoever gets that number 10 spot.
I mean, for me, I would play Jack Grealish off the left-hand side, Jadon Sancho on the right, and Phil Foden probably in the number 10.
That sounds scary. That sounds
saucy. That does sound saucy. Look, we'll take a couple more of the comments here from the people, and then I want to talk
guys, I'll go for the second half. So keep up the good work. Thank you very much for taking it over, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Ben.
No worries, lad. You go kick back, bring the missus out, get her a nice Chinese or something, kick back and have a few beers and enjoy the evening, my man.
Cheers, brother. I'll see you soon.
See you, Ben.
Thanks very much. See you soon, man. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for popping on. I appreciate it. Jack, look, we'll take a few of the people's questions here. Joseph says, who starts now? Mount is in quarantine.
Yeah.
I think it's only precaution. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's only a precaution by England. Not to have the mix with the rest of the squad. I presume they'll have to take a test and wait for the results. But what do you think on this, Jack?
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right, David. That's actually a good maybe caveat or a good disclaimer. Maybe he hasn't actually tested positive, right, for COVID-19. And so they do have rapid tests and they do probably can test him maybe right before the game, might even test him probably at least 2 or 3 times until the next game. And so might as well, if he doesn't, maybe in the next few days or so, if he doesn't have any more negative tests, I think he'd probably be allowed to be back into the lineup. But maybe for right now, it's just some precautionary measure, just so that he doesn't infect the rest of the squad and maybe turn it into kind of a bit of a Spain situation. With Mount losing it, listen, I think Mason Mount is he's not maybe always the best player in the squad, or maybe isn't always maybe has the best games, but I think he's always the most consistent for England. He's always the one that's willing to drive it forward. He's also the one that maybe does what you were talking about with Jude Bellingham, just being a bit of everything, a bit of everywhere, a bit of chaos. I think Mason Mount also kind of offers that in the way that Jude Bellingham does. Obviously, he's a bit more creative, a little less industrious, but yeah, he's a huge loss just because he's that creative player that's also willing to track back, put in a 2-footed tackle, also be a bit of an inspiration and a leader by example for the rest of his teammates, because he is a leader as well.
Yeah, no, he is. He is, to be fair. And
As
everyone
much as
that's
it
watching
pains me to say it, as much as it pains me to say it, David, I don't really, I could, I really rate Mason. He is unbelievable to watch, but it pains me to say this.
Yeah, look, Frank Lampard's little fanboy is what he is, but he is good. He's brave. He's brave. He tries to make things happen. He gets on the ball. He drives. He's not afraid to have a shot, and he tries to make things happen.
Right.
So you have to respect that. Look, just looking at some of the chances missed here by Belgium, look, they probably could be 2-3-0 up right now. We're just having another look at we're just having a few highlights of the Denmark-Russia game.
Yeah, what a hit.
Russia missing a couple of chances there.
What do you think, David? Is that a bit of a knuckleball? Is that a bit of a knuckleball kind of hit?
Yeah, a bit of a knuckleball. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That was the word I was looking for to describe the goal. But, what a hit this was by Dalgard. Look, to be fair to him, right, the ball was fizzed into him. One touch out the boot, like you should be encouraging any kid. And, of course, knuckleball left the keeper rooted to the spot. And, look, that gives Denmark a right chance of getting out of the group now. It gives them a chance, maybe if they can put another few past the Russians, that should see them in third spot. It gives them 3 points. They'll have to wait, of course, for other groups to take shape. But as it stands, if it stays like this, it's Belgium on 7, Finland on 4, which no one gave them a chance to get out, which is unbelievable. Denmark will finish third on 3, and Russia will be last on 3. So if the results stay the way they are right now, with Denmark 1 up, Belgium 1-1, or Belgium and Finland 0-0, then it's interesting because, of course, Ukraine only on 3 points. So, if it gives them a chance to get out, it gives them a chance to get out. That's what I'm saying. So it is. Destroyer 681 says England's capable of winning it, but apart from Southgate, 100%. Sancho's a big question. I don't get why he's not playing Sancho. Southgate doesn't trust his defence if he sets up offensively. Yeah, I can get what you're saying there, my man. I understand that. MRFR, Leicester and Villa, Aston Villa are buying players. Meanwhile, big Tottenham Hotspur have not got a manager yet in the mud. And this is the thing that suits Stevie down to the ground. He's not paying a manager. He's not signing transfers. And he won't be signing transfers so long as this goes on. So it's a win-win situation all around for Mr. Levy. Jason Shepard or play Foden in the middle. Agreed with Ben, 100% Foden. I like him. I think he's good. Although it's the haircut that's put me off, the Gaza haircut. We have Jude says, when we had Reece James and Luke Shaw as our wing-backs, they delivered nothing, no crosses or offensive threats. I can see that, but if you look at the clip someone posted the other day of Sterling, and there was like 4 times he had the chance to give it to Reece James, put the ball in the box for Harry to go on attack. He didn't. He tried to twist and turn up players and do it himself rather than bring him in. And James Shepard says Bellingham is a good show, 100%. And MRFR says I want to take over. Everybody, get your questions in from me and Jack. We're here to answer them. Make sure you do smash a like on the stream. Help us out, and make sure you do smash subscribe on the channel if you're new. The boys are on the big push for 1K. Every subscriber is very, very grateful for. Jack, do you think Finland can pull off the draw now going into this half? Look, Belgium, they did look like opening them up. It does look like maybe a goal is coming. But do you think we could see an upset on the cards here?
Listen, David, at the beginning of this game, I said, that the Schwalme, the finish, they have to get to 0-0 at this point. They got to get to 45 at 0-0, and then that's already the first goal maybe accomplished for them. And so I think they'll be really backing themselves to get the draw here. I think they'll be looking for the draw, and then maybe let's say, because the first 15 minutes, David, they're not going to open themselves up. They want to get eased back into the game again. A bit of confidence, maybe let a bit of the nerves out. Maybe also because the Belgians might be really going for it in that first 15. And then after that, they might actually open themselves a bit more and maybe try to sneak a goal by and, just maybe, I don't know, they might, maybe on goal difference, they wouldn't top the group. But, that would just be a huge statement for them. That would be absolutely spectacular if they were to go for the win. But I think they're just going to try to maybe get a 1-0, maybe around the 70th minute, David. If not that, I think they'd be absolutely content with this 0-0 through the next 45.
They would be 100%. And look, with Belgium, I think if the door is going to be unlocked, it looks more like De Bruyne feeding Lukaku. You've seen it a couple of times. De Bruyne gets the ball. He can put in a ball from any angle, and make it look threatening. And Lukaku on the end of it, he's already had a chance. A poor header, no power on it, just straight into the keeper's arms. So if the goal does look like likely coming, for me, it's a De Bruyne, Lukaku hook up. or else De Bruyne or Lukaku getting the goal. Look, Doku, do you know what? With Doku, I've been a bit impressed with him. I think he's been good. You know, he's very tidy on the ball. He doesn't panic. You know what I mean? He's got good control of the ball. And, you know, even that opportunity there, interestingly, he started out on the right. He's now switched over to the left-hand side. He's cut in on the right foot, nearly scored as well from it. And, yeah, he looks good. He looks good, to be fair to him. He looks good. But, look, Jack, what do you make of the Denmark situation? Look, of course, losing the first game to Finland with what happened to Christian Eriksen, you know, then putting up a good fight against Belgium, coming out the wrong end of that. But today, getting the win, getting it over, done it. And look, do you hope maybe that they'll be able to squeeze through? You know, if they do finish the group third, are you hoping that they'll be able to squeeze through one of them? And then after that, then there's a question here from Joseph Shepherd you can answer. And he says, Jack, who is your US team? So who's in it? If you just answer them, I'm just going to fill my bottle of water. I'll be back in 1 sec, man. It's like 50 degrees over here. It's like Spain, and I'm sweating like a big pig on a stick being roasted. So I need to go and get some water to cool down.
Yeah, absolutely, David. Listen, I think with the Danish guys, it's going to have to be, they're going to have to motivate themselves in the dressing room right now. The Danish team, we've said this before, it is a team actually full of leaders, chock full of leaders. And so they're probably going to be absolutely backing themselves in that dressing room, getting each other fired up. Because to be honest, they're going to need to get another goal in order, I believe, to level the goal difference and also just to make it, make it comfortable for them. I think they're not going to settle at all with this 1-0. They're going to have to go for the 2-0 here. And so they're just going to keep pushing. And to be honest, I back them to do it. They might have probably, come into this maybe a bit more confident than the Russians. And so, yeah, I'm definitely backing the Danish maybe to get the second. And maybe even they might get it early. Who knows? Let's say they get it early. I'm going to say they do that in the first 15 minutes of the second half. When it comes to who's my U.S. team, if you do mean MLS teams, to be honest, I hate to be honest, I don't really watch very much of the MLS. I guess maybe I would say the Seattle Sounders, because that's where I'm originally from, Seattle, but I don't really like them or rate them very much. Just kind of got annoyed with those fans growing up as a kid. But yeah, if you're talking about MLS teams, I guess it would be the Seattle Sounders. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan.
I have to say, Jack, I had a good giggle the other night. I was watching some of the chants from the MLS, from the fans. Oh my God, I was having a right giggle, I have to say.
It's a shame, David. It's a real shame. And also even that very famous or very infamous, right, David, one of those American chants is from a Seattle Sounders, I believe, whatever so-called ultras group. And so, yeah, it's a big cringe, David. It is a big cringe.
No, it's look, I'm not poking fun at you, Jack. I just find it funny.
No, David. I believe me, David. Believe me, there was a lot of. That's the reason I even as a young lad had to switch over to the European football, because I was watching that as a kid, and I was like, if I'm going to get into the sport, I can't be watching, the worst version of it, which at the time seemed to be the MLS. So yeah, David, I completely
100%. agree. Michael A says, as a Welshman, I would be happier to play Finland than Denmark or Russia. Yeah, I'd say you are. Trust me, I'd say you are. So yeah, congratulations. I didn't actually get to see that group. Did Wales make it through second?
Yeah, I believe they've already advanced, David. They've already advanced.
Fair play.
Absolutely.
Fair play, Wales.
Huge moment. Huge moment.
Fair play to Wales. Delighted for Gareth Bale. Look, Aaron Ramsey is a good game. Look, Ben Davies, Roden, Spurs guys in there. So I'm absolutely delighted for Wales. They turned up. They gave it the raw, and it just goes to show. Look, if you get 11 men with a club mentality, that's all giving it all for the one cause. You can see what can happen. I did watch them against Italy
as well. All done with Mr. Anonymous as well on the pitch, David. You got to give him that. That's kind of like running with one leg. You got to give them credit. You got to give them credit. Absolutely well done. They practically played with 10 men, David. It's well done. Well done.
100%. Fair play to the Welsh. James Allen, will Hazard feel that in second, or was it faking? The challenge. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, man. I'm not sure.
Kind of simulated one as well in the box. That was a little dodgy as well. He definitely simulated a certain contact in the box. So yeah, he's definitely not. I don't think he's feeling anything.
100%. Michael A. He says Page would be excellent at Spurs. Really smart tactically and used to working with limited resources. What do you make of that, Jack?
Robert Page.
Yeah, the Wales manager did step in for Ryan Giggs.
David, I'm really happy for Wales, but like I said, if he is what we maybe think it is, he might be a close friend to Ryan Giggs, to be honest. With all that's going on at the moment, I'd rather not maybe, recruit somebody that could be connected to what's going on over there. Maybe he's not connected. But yeah, that's all I'll say, David, on the matter. There's still an ongoing case against Ryan Giggs, and some of the people even in that coaching staff might have known about what was going on. So that's all I'll say is, it's a bit dodgy for me. But yeah, maybe tactically, apart from everything outside of football, yeah, he's absolutely impressed me, but maybe not enough to give him that big of a chance.
100%. And look, I did lie. I was going to get water, but I came back with a fresh can of Coca-Cola. Nice and cold, being chilled for the last 6, 7, 8 hours, so it should be nice. It's nice and cold here. It's definitely give me a little quench of the thirst. Thirst of the quench, whatever way you say it. Sassy Shaz says Grealish needs to start. He has a lot. Yeah, no, look, Grealish does have to start. Look, he's the most foul player in the Premier League, and that's because he's always playing football. He's direct. His passes are forward. He tries to run forward with the ball, and he's constantly poking and prodding. I'm a big fan of Jack Grealish, I have to say. Aaron Dove will take these comments in before Belgium and Finland taking the field here for the second half at the same time. No mind games here. Rio Ferdinand sticking up for Kane. Sticking up for Kane on BBC now. Good man Rio says he must start. Klingsman on BBC 2 Law trying to creep into the Tottenham Hotspur job after 100%. Look, he's already shown his name in the ring. He's already shown his name in the ring. He's putting sound bites out there. I do want to touch on a bit of that Harry Kane thing as well. Joseph Shepherd, Wales look better than England. They do. And Michael A, thanks guys. Come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up, my man. Look, on Harry Kane. Look, second half on the way here for Belgium. But Jack, on Harry Kane, look, he's getting a lot of criticism in the press right now. People may be putting questions out. Quickly, Finland are in behind. Good ball in. Do you still have it in and around the edge of the box here? Kamara's on the ball. Plays it out to the left wing back. Left wing back inside into Timo Pukki. Turns and shoots. It's blocked. Good defending there by Belgium. But look, Finland getting at Belgium straight away in the first half.
Yeah.
Well done. Eden Hazard breaking out. He has him for pace. And he's giving away the free kick. He looked like giving away the free kick all day long. Eden Hazard had him for the pace. But Jack, back to Harry Kane's situation. With Harry Kane, lad, like I said, he was getting a lot of stick in the press in England. Maybe saying, that the transfer rumours and the manager and everything else is affecting his performances, this, that, and the other. They've brought it up. I think he's only scored like 2 goals in his last 11 England games. He hasn't had that many shots, this, that, and the other. But for me, when you're playing Sterling one side, who just wants to cut in on the right-hand side, cutting off the left-hand side onto his right foot, try and skin a few players, try and have a shot. He'd rather try and skin a few players than give it to Reece James to cross in. For me, I actually think it's up to England to play to his strengths. He's the best number 10 in world football. They need to realise that. So they need to find ways of unleashing him. Like, Belgium have De Bruyne. They can play balls in behind for Lukaku to get on the end of. And they need someone like that in an England jersey. Like, the thing is with Harry Kane, when he comes up against, like you've seen against Scotland, right? They more or less put all 3 centre-backs on the guy, right? Now, the thing is, when that happens, you need players in and around you to be able to get the ball in behind, give you a chance to get onto it. So for me, I actually think it's a case of England trying to play to his strengths and trying to unleash him rather than Kane's poor performances. What do you think, Jack?
No, David, I think that's really well said. I definitely agree with you. And Harry Kane, to be honest, David, he's on that level where if you're saying like, oh, Harry Kane hasn't been performing up to it, I think he's been bad, or Harry Kane, he's not up for it really. I think Harry Kane's on the level of Ronaldo and Messi, where if you're saying like he's not up for it, then that means that the team must be doing something wrong, the manager must be doing something wrong, the tactics are wrong. Because then, you're talking about one of the best players in the world, like literally top 4 best players in the world practically, in the likes of Kane. And so you have to, like you said, play to his strengths. You have to use him to the best of your ability, because he's not one of those ones where, like, even if he's having an off day, he still can easily score a brace. He still can easily change the game. And so you have to play to his strengths. Absolutely, David. I completely agree. To be honest, I think Sterling is no good next to him. And I think they need someone that is actually capable of maybe being a bit more unselfish, making runs in behind. Sterling, to be honest, he's obviously quick, but he actually likes to come short to the ball most of the time. Or even when he does make runs in behind, it's not really, like a darting run inside, cutting inside, trying to get to the middle in behind. It's usually just down the wing, create space, and then he likes to receive the ball cut inside, play backwards like he always does every time. And I think that type of play is, he's also right. He's almost too slow in the way that he develops play to be next to Kane, I think. Kane is the one that should be allowed to be able to be slow, methodical with the ball, pick his passes, not Sterling. I think Sterling's honestly slows the ball down too much for them. I do believe it needs to be someone that is going to be able to make maybe unselfish runs in behind for the likes of Harry Kane to also keep, like you were saying, whether it be 2 center backs or 3 center backs that are surrounding Kane. You need somebody that's going to make those unselfish runs to keep those center backs honest so that he doesn't have 3 players surrounding him at all moments. You need someone that's going to keep that back line honest. And so maybe it might be Rashford, maybe it might be Sancho, but it seems like at the moment Sterling is not the one.
No, I fully agree with you, Jack. I couldn't agree more there. Great observation. Great in-depth observation there, my man. Aaron Dove says, great commentary there, David. Sounded like the end of a horse race. Big yourself up, man. Big yourself up. Michael A says, I agree. Sterling is a problem. If Kane goes to City, Sterling will never play for them again. No, 100%. Pep Guardiola will work that one out very, very quickly. Trust me. Just looking at Finland here, Jack. Apart from the chance they went at Belgium straight away in the first half, when Belgium have the ball, they're sitting in tight. They don't seem to be unleashing too many men forward. Obviously, they know about the result there between Denmark and Russia. What do you think? Do you think maybe now they're really going to knuckle down and sit in for a point here now off this because they know it'll be enough to send them through second?
Yeah, David, that might be the case. But like I said, it's even just the first 15 minutes. It's just they're not letting anything in the first 15 minutes, even if they do want to go and take this win, even if they even wanted to win this game. They're not going to let anything happen in the first 15 minutes. And so that means there's probably not going to be a lot going forward for them. Maybe after 15 minutes, after maybe, let's say, 60th minute, 65th minute mark, excuse me, I think you could see them actually going for something. You might see Gianpaolo maybe making a bit more runs into the box, maybe not actually tracking back as much, because that's the other thing is maybe the issues that they're having is you look at it, right, David? Timo Pukki and Gianpaolo, they drop so deep. In behind the ball, like it's totally 11 men behind the ball in every sense of that phrase. So that's maybe the problem, and maybe eventually they're just going to let one of these strikers, maybe just keep the center backs honest, and maybe sit at the halfway line for a counterattack. I think
Denayer there, just quickly, just forgetting his name is Denayer and not Davids. You know, I know he has hair like him, but he tried to take a shot on the edge of the box there. And let's just say it ended up in the stands, So I don't know why he, for a minute he thought he was Edgar Davids. I don't know what he was trying there. Finland on the attack here. Timo Pukki on the ball, looking after it very well. Kamara now. Oh, that's got to be a free kick. No, referee's giving advantage. Belgium now breaking away with the ball. Here we go. It's Daku. Here he is. He's one-on-one here. Just get him. Put it in. Oh, well held up by the defender, I have to say. Held him up well. Showed him on the outside and made him turn back inside. And Belgium rotating the ball from left to right here in the box here. Is he going to put it in? It's outside of the box. De Bruyne feeds Lukaku back to Bruyne. Oh, good defending. Well defended by, who's that? Tim Sparv. Well done. Good defending. Look, Belgium are knocking on the door here, Jack. It's starting to hot up here. You can sense Belgium. Look, they want 1 or 2 goals. They want this to be a bit of a party, to go through. But Finland, look, they are digging in deep. Honestly, it's insane to have 2 rows of 5 more or less just sitting on the box here in front of the box. It's insane. It's literally balls against the wall here. Belgium in behind. Good ball across. Lukaku up. Oh, just too high for Romelu Lukaku. Just too high. And the left wing back, what's his name here? Uranen puts the ball out of play, puts it out behind for a corner kick because there was Eden Hazard waiting for, who was it, Doku waiting for it, but just over the head of Lukaku. Unlucky. Eden Hazard here on the corner. Can it be? It's an outswinger. First ball is met by a defender. Oh, unlucky. First ball met was there by I think it was Jason Denayer, and went to the back post, and Finland man there to clear it. And it's just getting relentless now here. Belgium are back on the attack. Cut inside. He has a shot. That's poor. Who was that? Eden Hazard. That's very poor. Very, very poor. The guy, since he got his move to Madrid, he's been nothing but shit. James Harrison says, Sterling always cuts the counter attack and takes too long with the ball. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. He's the most overhyped English player. Andy Strange, why doesn't the whole Scottish team need to self-isolate if Mount and Chilwell need to? I think that's precaution by the English FA more than anything. I don't know too much about it. It's not broken too long. As far as I'm aware, that's precaution on England's part. I don't think they were forced to self-isolate. And Aaron Dove, Finland are well organised. Yes, they are. They're very well organised, my man. They are. They're very well organised here. But look, when they've got on the ball, they are trying to go forward. They are trying to be positive. But looking right now, it is very slow when they are on the ball. I think they're just trying to take down the seconds, honestly. I think they sense it. I think they definitely know the score between Denmark and Russia. And they're on the ball here again in Belgium's half. Good pass inside to Timo Pukki. Holds it up well, spreads it out to the left-hand side. He's in acres of space. Pulls it back inside to the Finland centre-back. Back out to the left wing-back. He goes inside to centre midfield, over the top, in behind. Oh, good ball. Oh, good defending. I have to say, that is good defending there by who was it? Trossard. Good defending, to be fair.
I just saw a stat, David, that said that Finland, though, have already had plenty more touches in the Belgian attacking third, or in the opposing attacking third. They've had something like already double the amount of touches in the opposing attacking third than they did the entirety of the first half. So you could maybe say that Finland might be just opening up just slightly bit more in this half. Yeah,
100%. And Denmark are taking this game to Russia here as well. I just switched it on to have a little look. They're on the attack. Christian Poulsen cuts inside. Blocked. But yeah, Belgium very much in the ascendancy there against Russia. Russia will be absolutely raging. I think they probably would have been expecting to put up a better fight than this in the group. Belgium on the attack again here, edge of the box. De Bruyne has it. Out to Doku. Lukaku. Oh, no, sorry, it was Nasser Chadli. Nasser Chadli. Good shot by Nasser Chadli. Well said by the keeper.
Oh, yeah, I'm just seeing it now, David.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a great shot, but yeah, keeper onto it, just rolled into the hands. Grateful.
Yeah. It would have been
James
nice.
Harrison says Chilwell James as wing backs in the 3-4-3. That Mount as a box-to-box mid will improve our attacking threat. Yeah, look, I agree with you. Look, I just get rid of Southgate. I think that'd be your best bet. Aaron Dove. Whatever happened to Timo Tainio's kid at Spurs? I haven't a clue, my man. I do not know. I couldn't tell you. But look, Jack, it's a great day of football here today. We've been treated with 4 games today. Andy Strange says, do we have faith that Southgate will make attacking changes when needed deeper in the tournament? What do you think on this, Jack?
To be honest, with the likes of Southgate, I actually am quite surprised he even has gone with the back 4. Given the squad that he's brought, David, I actually thought he's going to go for a bit of a back 3, back 5 scenario, and maybe kind of leave that front 3 to be very attacking. And so maybe I still give him maybe an opportunity to do that, because considering, let's say it doesn't go too well against the Czechs, maybe they get second place and they have a bit of an easier route. He might consider just switching it up entirely for the knockout rounds and go a bit more conservative. But that might also mean, with that conservative approach, David, that they also might be a bit more open in the attacking front 3, and it might be a bit more fluid there. So, yeah, I think there's a strong chance I might say that Southgate actually might switch it to like a back 3, back 5, considering that he did that in the last major tournament, David.
Yeah, look, I agree with you. Look, for me, I don't know if he has the bollocks. Obviously, if they're in a knockout game and he has to go up for a win, yeah, look, you'd think it makes sense. But look, with Southgate, he has all these, he does things and then, he tries, I don't know, he thinks he's some sort of mastermind, the guy. He really does. To be honest with you, I don't think he has the bollocks to pick the right players, pick the attacking players that they should. Short corner by Germany, well worked from the training ground. A low ball from the corner straight into Eden Hazard, and he just kicks it straight at the keeper. Keeper again in the right position. I'll give this keeper credit for Finland, A lot of the shots he's faced, he hasn't had to dive to them. He's always been in the right position just to take them into his arms, to be fair to him, Jack.
Yeah. I definitely agree there, David. Definitely agree. I think, in the lights of Hrdetsky, I think he he's just a solid keeper, David. He's just a very, very solid keeper, and I think he is going to maybe even possibly, make a game-saving save at some point. This could be possible.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. James Harrison, Southgate out. Big Sam. I mean, Big Sam would have done a good job with England. I know people might call me crazy, but I genuinely do think he would have done a good job with England. Yid Vid says, "Come on, you Spurs, big yourself up." James Shepherd says, "There's been another Denmark goal." Well, let me have a look here. Let me bring it to you, and it is 2-0 Denmark. It's Christian Poulsen.
Wow.
1-on-1. Oh, the keeper was way off position there. Let me see the final ball into Poulsen, but good finish here. Good finish, and that's Denmark 2-0 up. They'll definitely secure third. And look, if Finland don't hold on to a point, it'd be interesting to see can Denmark take second with goal difference. Now Kasper Schmeichel giving the fist pump in the air. I'm absolutely delighted for Denmark, coming out winning this and giving themselves a hope of getting through. I'm absolutely delighted for them, especially after what happened, because I do think if that didn't happen with Christian Eriksen, they would have bet Finland. They were all over them before the game was stopped. But Russia are in the mires here. Russia are going home. It's 2-0 to Denmark. That's that done. But back to the Belgium-Finland game. Belgium here back on the attack. Honestly, I feel like I'm that person on that BBC at 5 when they do all the scores. It's brilliant. I'm loving this. Belgium just rotating the ball.
David.
Huh?
I'm just gonna get a drink real quick, David. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries, lad. No worries. Eden Hazard with another ball in. Lads, Eden Hazard, he's been very disappointing today for me. I do expect to see a lot more from him. He's been very poor. He's given away the ball a lot. Even when he is getting shots off, they've been very poor, very weak. De Bruyne has been probably Belgium's best player, probably along with Denayer, He's coming with a few crucial interceptions. He's stepping in and he's winning the ball before it gets to the strikers. He's been good. And Lukaku, he's looked threatening. Just the finishes haven't been there. Everybody, make sure you do smash a like on this stream and subscribe on the channel if you're new. And feel free to throw in a super chat or that to help the two boys out, Ben and Sim, with the magnificent content that they keep pumping out. Look, let's take another couple of comments here. Joseph Shepherd says, total mess at the back. Dreamland for Denmark. Yeah, it is. Let's just see what happened here with the Denmark goal. Oh, Lord, that's a horrific back pass. Oh, Lord. The Russian left back, Jack, right? No look pass back to the keeper. Didn't see
Yusuf poaching it.
Yeah, didn't see him coming in poaching it, and then he just puts it in. That's horrific. That is horrific. That Russian manager needs to be sacked after that. There's no way that should be allowed to happen. Wow. That's a joke. Easy goal for Denmark for the second goal, and they'll fancy themselves now. Michael A says, I think England draw tomorrow. They were mediocre against Croatia and clueless against the Scots. Probably the result that day saved them humiliation versus Germany, Portugal and France. Yeah, you could be right, my man. You could be extremely right. Unless, it's a tactic by England. Oh, Finland. Kamara with the shot on the edge of the box. Straight into Courtois' hands. Finland releasing Pukki in behind. Pukki cuts it back. Very clever. Cuts it back to Kamara on the edge of the box. He has a strike. Just a weak strike, weak effort.
Only he got a
maybe the Denmark are too up and that, look, another poor ball in now from the left-hand side of Belgium. That's been very poor today down that side, I have to say. The only time it's looked threatening was when Doku was out there. Yeah. And that was a very poor cross by Shadley, I have to say. Very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Aaron Dove says, Belgium haven't created too much. Could the Finns do a sneaky one and pinch a 1-0? Look, Hungary done it against France. France, you never know. You never know. Maybe it's just what the Irish Hotspur brings. He brings the upsets. That's what he brings. Got too hydrated, Andy Strange. Big yourself up. James Harrison, that's a big goal for Denmark for the goal difference. It is huge. It is huge, man. It's absolutely massive. James Joris says Super Jan. He got sight in the Super Jan. Big yourself up. Yeah, of course. Super Jan. Absolutely love it. What a man. What a man. Eden Hazard on the ball here. Back to Axel Witsel. Witsel out to Shadley.
You think about that Glenn Kamara chance earlier, David. One of those, I kind of thought about it.
Oh, Belgium are in. Oh, great save. Great save from De Bruyne by Heredecki. What a save. honestly, he should have buried that. He should have put that past the keeper. Sorry, Jack. What were you saying, my man?
No, David. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. That is a spectacular save, David. That is a spectacular low to his left. Yeah, from Hradecky. Yeah, low to his left. Beautiful, beautiful save.
Witsel into Hazard. Hazard through the defender's legs. Oh, low to his left. That's a great save. Great save. Arguably, look, it wasn't right in the corner, but still quick reactions from the goalkeeper. He's looked very good today, hasn't he, Jack? He's looked assured in everything he's done.
Oh, David, even in slow motion, that looks – David, it's even hard to react to that in slow motion, David. That is absurd. Seeing it slowed down, that is a spectacular save. Especially, he had to get low to his left. David De Gea there probably would have used his left foot, but he decided to go with his hand and, use that athleticism to get low to the ground like that. Spectacular save because, like I said, even when slowed down, that was a spectacular save.
Yeah, it was. It was unbelievable. It was a good save, to be fair. But look, like I said, his positioning today in goals for them has been absolutely brilliant.
Right.
All the shots he's managed to get behind and keep a hold of. Yeah, apart from that one, of course. But again, he was in the right place. Quick reactions. He's been good for them today, I have to say. He's been very good.
I just wanted to say earlier that Glenn Kamara chance, it kind of looked like one of those ones where, maybe if the luck were on the Finnish side, it looked like one of those ones where it could have been a nasty deflection, David, that Glenn Kamara chance, and maybe they could have gotten it that way. It really looked like one of those where he had enough power on it, and it got deflected, but the deflection just happened to go right to the keeper, right where the keeper thought he was going to go. But maybe it could have bounced off the opposite direction and could have caught Courtois, maybe wrong-footed.
Oh, Finland just had a good chance to break away there. Even numbers, attack versus defenders, but the player on the ball, took too much out of it, and they could be punished here, and they're punished. They are punished. That is a poor play by Finland, by the Finland midfielder. Took a heavy touch, allowed the Belgian defender to take it off him, and they played right through, straight down the middle of them. Quick counter attack, and I think who pushed Lukaku in behind?
De Bruyne.
Let's see this. Nothing Hradecky could have done there. Poor defending. Look, Lukaku, he outmuscled the defender. He just held him off, pinned him. Should never have been allowed to be pinned. I'm shocked to see the Irish lad. He looks absolutely upset. And I wonder, does this now put Denmark in the pole position to qualify? But look, who is it? Great ball into the midfield. De Bruyne with the Lukaku, he's well onside. Oh, between the two centre-backs. The centre-back tried to get back to get at him. He pins him, he holds him off, and it's a cool, calm finish down to the keeper's right-hand side. Nothing the keeper could have done. One-on-one. Ice cool Lukaku. Someone asked me earlier on, will Lukaku get a goal? Well, he's got his goal. That guy must be happy. Jack, look, Finland practically gave them that goal there. Heavy touch by the midfielder when they had a good breakaway on, and they were punished. Yeah, no,
Robin Lod, I believe, for in the Finland midfield. Yeah, huge heavy touch, especially because Glenn Kamara there in the last couple of minutes, he was everywhere, and he was about to make that run in behind to support him, and that heavy touch. It looked like Finland actually were about to maybe create something, and that horrible touch from Robin Lod, and then I think it was Trossard who tackled it. Trossard then gives it to De Bruyne eventually. De Bruyne, like I said earlier, all he needs is one touch, and then he's going to play the perfect pass, and then that's what he did. One touch, slots it in between the lines to Lukaku.
You're not going to believe this, Jack. We have a VAR check.
Oh,
we
no.
have a VAR check now, David. It looked onside to me. But they're taking their time with it. They're taking their time with it. Hradecky, he does deserve a clean sheet. I think he's been brilliant today for Finland, the goalkeeper. Oh, has it been awarded? Yes, it's been can't tell you now. Offside. No way. So it stays 0-0 here between Finland and Belgium. Lukaku put the ball in the back of the net down to the keeper's right. But look, it's been given as offside.
Must have been a
I'm sure there's a lot of people absolutely delighted with that over up in Finland there. A lot of deep breaths there going on, and look, God is on their side today, Jack.
The Norse gods, David, are on their side today. And to be honest, David, I'm actually a little gutted, just like I said, because I am backing Lukaku to get that golden boot. So he is one of the ones for Belgium that I would have liked to have seen scored. But that's going to make it a bit more exciting. And, they're now approaching the 70th minute mark. And maybe Robin Lod, that, guy who had the huge touch earlier for Finland, he's probably the one, the most relieved man in the stadium.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Oh, what's going on here? Michael having a word with Russia have a penalty here.
Oh,
Russia have a penalty as we speak. So it's 2-0 Denmark. but Russia have a penalty right now. Michael, what can he do here? I presume it's Golovkin taking it. I've just switched it over. It's all kicking off here in this group. Could be huge moments here. Yeah, I think that is Golovkin taking the penalty. What's he going to do here? Pressure on him. He doesn't look too confident, if I'm honest. He's taking a long time to step up and take this. Oh, it's a good penalty. Straight down the middle. Sends Kasper Schmeichel. Kasper Schmeichel dives to the left. Straight down the middle. Power pace.
Class.
And look, maybe it could be on for Russia if they, if they get the second, that puts them on 4 points. And it could see them through to the next round of the group stages. Can Denmark hold on here? This group is kicking off as we speak, and it's all coming to you live from WeAreTottenhamTV. Make sure you get in here. Belgium have a goal disallowed VAR check. That keeps the Belgium-Finland game 0-0, puts them on 4 points. Russia have just clawed 1 goal back against Denmark. They're losing 2-1, but if they get another, that put them on 4 points. That'll see them through. Ukraine's hearts will be absolutely broken because they need one of the teams in this group to finish on 3 points and another group to see them try and get through. So it's absolutely all kicking off here. And yes, it's your boy David, the Irish Hotspur, joined with his sidekick Jack Kanicki, bringing everything to your life here. It's amazing. It's amazing what's going on. Aaron Dove says, I need a replay of that. Show us the VAR. Yeah. Island Life, either way, Lukaku will score. And a lot of people saying they go no goal VAR check and everything else. Wow. Look, if you're enjoying the content, the excitement in it, make sure you do smash that like button. Make sure you smash and subscribe on the channel if you're new. I promise you won't have to put my ugly mug for too much longer. We are Tottenham TV, boys. They'll be back again tomorrow for an England game, live watch along from the studio. So look, you get to see the two faces that you usually tune in and that all you guys want to see. I hope I'm doing a good job. I hope I'm keeping you entertained. During some of these lesser games. But honestly, I've been handed an absolute golden one here today, an absolute doozy. We're getting so much excitement here, aren't we, Jack?
No, David, it's almost too hard to keep up with all of it because it's any goal that goes in at this point, David. You have to look back and see what that means. It's all heating up for any of the third place teams. Practically any third place team is going to be watching this game as well, David. Biting their fingernails, especially the Ukrainians at the moment. And to be honest, the Danish look like they've been absolutely on top of the Russians, pretty much dominating them. But now they're definitely going to be a little bit more nervous.
Well, just after switching it on here, Russia are throwing men forward here. They're throwing men forward, and they have a throw-in up in Denmark's half. I think Denmark are making a substitution here. It's a defensive one. It's Dalsgaard, the goal scorer, coming off. And who is that coming on? Can't tell. I should be wearing my glasses. But, it looks like a defensive change here. It looks like they're going to hang on for dear life. It's going to be an entertaining last 10 minutes. Make sure you stay tuned for everything. Breaking live right here at WeAreTottenhamTV. Like I said, stay tuned for this group. It's an absolutely exciting group, I have to say. James Joris, love these watch-alongs. Doing a great job, David. Great listening while I'm in the office. Big yourself up, James Joris. Really do appreciate that. Jack Sebastian says, Jack, could you even say the situation is hot fire? Look, Gordon Ramsay does say, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, this is a time for this. Jack, do you want to answer him, my man?
Yeah, no, it is absolute hot fire. And I would probably...
Well, Jack's internet was stalled on it. Belgium with a ball into the box. Well, cleared by Finland. They're throwing everything at it now. Sorry, Jack, you froze there, my man. Oh, Jack's having internet troubles there. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. Aaron Dove, I need replay. Yeah, look, bit harsh. Sorry, Jack, you froze there when you were responding to Brandon, my man.
No, yeah, Brandon, I would tell if you can hear me, Brandon. I would tell you, Brandon. I don't know if it's exactly hot fire, Dave. I think it's more like it's kind of like all these teams. They're all battling for that one seat in the bar. They're trying to get the barman's attention. To get the drink orders in for all the boys, or for the lady, for the missus, and none of them can seemingly get the barman's attention. So it's all coming down to the wire. I would say it's a little different than hot fire. It's a bit more precarious than that.
No, that's absolutely brilliant. That's what you want. We have a corner kick here to Denmark. The Russian keeper, he doesn't look like the biggest. If they could get this in on top of him, which looks like what they're trying to do here. Oh, he still gets a club above all the big men, gets a fist to it. It's a scramble around the box here. Denmark. Russia just defended that very well. And Russia, yeah, they defended that very well. Well done, Russia. Like I said, guys, it's all hotting up here. Belgium won the attack here. Doku won the ball. I think he's been good for Belgium today, to be fair. I think he's been better than Eden Hazard, in my opinion. Yeah, no, it's a great group game here. Everybody in the comments, everyone watching, let me know what you think of England's chances tomorrow. Do you think Scotland can get a result to get through? Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. It'll be a very interesting day tomorrow. So everybody, get in the comment section. Let me know. Also, let me know. 10 minutes left here in both games. Do you think Finland will be able to scrap out for a point? Do you think Denmark will be able to hold out for a win against Russia? Let me know. Jack, what's your thoughts?
Hopefully.
Oh, Jack's frozen there again. Belgium with a ball into the box. Missed kick by one of the Finland defenders. And it's gone out for a corner kick here. And it's a ball into the box. Derek Boyat up there. Oh, good ball into the box. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, no, it's come off the post, off the keeper, over the line. He tried to claw it back out for such a good game. Oh, that's harsh. That is harsh. And it's for Malin with the goal. Oh, you couldn't write this. Oh, he's been hard done by. Oh, that's hard done by, Jack. Oh, that is hard done by. Look, it was coming. They were knocking on the door. Good, great corner kick. Vermaelen gets up, off the post, off the keeper's. Comes back off the keeper as he turns around. It goes over the line. He tries to claw it back out. Oh, no, that's unlucky.
Oh, David, it's really, it sucks to see a scummer score that way as well, David, especially the likes of Vermaelen. You know, I've never rated him as a player.
No, that is harsh. Oh, they look heartbroken. They look heartbroken. That is harsh. Oh, everybody that hasn't seen it, it's actually like more or less hit the post, the upright, going across the line. Keeper turns around, hits off and goes in. Tries to claw it back, but it's too late. Unlucky. Denmark still 2-1 up here against Russia. Russia with a long ball, hoping to put a long ball into the box. Of course, if they get a point, they will get out of the group second, even though they have been poor enough. It's a long ball into the Zuba. On the edge of the box, will the strike kick to try to? And Denmark clear it. Honestly, guys, this group is hotting up. Jacko, you're there. You're there. It looked like you were frozen.
Sorry, David. Sorry, David. It all seems to be going haywire as well for the Wi-Fi. But yeah, David, I'm absolutely gutted to see Vermaelen score. Probably the last player on Belgium's side I would want to see score.
Yeah, I know, the ex-Gooner as well.
The ex-Gooner. He's kind of dramatically overrated his whole career as well. I think he's gone through plenty of injury troubles, and now he's just scored a huge goal for them, especially just when I thought the Finnish were actually looking very good and actually very dangerous even. They had some of the most dangerous moments recently. So yeah, very, very unfortunate. Even almost maybe David, maybe considering the last 10 minutes, almost even maybe against the run of play.
Yeah, it was. Look, Belgium, they did have a goal ruled out, Romelu Lukaku. Fine margins, but look, the Finland keeper, he's had a very good game. He's made some good saves, and I just feel hard. I feel for him. You know, he could be the man that might cost them to knock it out of this group. Although it's not really his fault. And of course, look, Denmark have a free kick up here. They'll be looking to get this header. They actually now have a chance of getting out second with goal difference. Oh, fist across goal. That'll be a corner kick to Denmark. They have a chance of getting out this group. It's a crazy turn of events here. Crazy, crazy turn of events. Oh, if you didn't get that touch, a Denmark player would have been on the end of that. Oh, it's crazy. So look, it's mad. Obviously, I think Denmark need another couple of goals, but if they can get them there against Russia, they have every chance of finishing second now, because it means all Finland, Russia, and Denmark will all finish on 3 points apiece, with Belgium finishing on 9. What an incredible end to the group we have here. Aaron Dove says Benny Hill goalkeeping. Yeah, 100%. Finland on the attack. We're up in Belgium's box. Get it out wide. What are you doing? Don't hold on to it. Oh, he dances by 2 or 3 of them. Oh, then he plays it out wide.
Oh.
Too far. Kamara.
Why did he take it inside, David? Why did Pookie take it inside? He should have just kept it going. Maybe hit it on the left.
I don't know. Oh, they're pressing him. Oh, that's not a free kick. He won the ball fair and square, ref. That's harsh. James Joris, brutal way to go down. It is, man. It's a brutal way. And Doku played well. He has He said he has. He should have taken off Hazard. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, they were looking to see if there's a handball there, trying to maybe get a handball for Finland. It wasn't. The Timo Pukki's shot was blocked by Denair's knee. They were checking for a handball. No handball there. Oh, it's Denmark have got another goal here. They've got another goal. They're 3-1 up. I see them all celebrating. Let me see. Just soon as honestly, that's twice I've switched over now and there's been goals. This is incredible stuff. Denmark, maybe they can get out of the group, Jack. Do you know if 3-1 up, do you know if there's a chance now they can get out second?
3-1 up, David. I think they've now equalized Russia on goal difference at this point, and they've now also won the head-to-head against Russia as well, David. So I think they'll be ahead of Russia at least. So they'll at least be in the third place position, and they'll probably they'll probably move into the second place position.
Oh, Jack, what a goal this is! What a goal! Oh my God, Jack! Right, they had 2 chances from a corner kick. Denmark keeper saved both of them. The ball breaks from about 40 yards. Number 6, whoever that is, he's absolutely put his boot through
Andreas
it, and he's
Christensen.
just rifled that into the
It was
net.
Christensen from Chelsea, David. It was Christensen.
Oh, what a strike! Oh my God, what a strike! What a goal! He's absolutely rifled that. Oh, what a strike! Oh, that could be up there, contender for goal in the tournament.
Oh,
That's
David,
a beautiful strike.
takes...
Oh my God! Oh, he hit that. He hit that, lad. That is, what an effort. What an effort. That is a sweet connection. Joseph, sweet Jesus, I know, my man. Lazy, they go through. What a goal, Denmark. So Denmark are going through as we speak. Wow, what a turn of events. Is that true, Lazy? Let me know. This is where we need Dark Sung G. This is Dark Sung G territory. This is where we need him to be in the live chat. Let us know. Isn't that right, Jack?
Listen, David, Dark Sun G, he would probably know, even if he probably knows all the time zones of all the games at the moment, probably understands. He's probably even seeing the game 2 minutes ahead of everyone at the moment, David. And I wouldn't even want to know what Dark Sun G's table or his predictions look like. They're probably too accurate. They're probably almost scary. They probably make you think he's got a man on the inside. But yeah, Sun G, if Dark Sun G is listening, and even if he isn't, huge shout out to him, because that is the absolute stat man of stat men.
Finland on the attack here. Oh, that's a shot. He has all the time in the world. He kicks it straight back to Belgium. He's lucky it's come back to him. Oh, no. Another misplaced pass. That's 2 on the trot. That's shocking. He's looking tired. Take him off. Take him off. That was Finland's chance. They had a chance there to get at Belgium. That's poor. Denmark are on a breakaway here again. Is this another goal? Oh, it's 4-1 Denmark. 4-1 Denmark.
What? David.
Number 5. Who's number 5?
4-1
Denmark. That's them through. That's them through in second place. Unless Finland can get a goal here against Belgium.
Lukaku as well. Lukaku scored as well from the looks like it as well, David. Lukaku just scored.
Oh, it's all kicking off here. Denmark have just scored to go 4-1 up. And Romelu Lukaku. Another good ball in by De Bruyne. He finds him nicely. Lukaku pins his man. Great touch. Gets enough room for the strike. Puts him bottom corner. Well, as it stands, it's Belgium top in the group on 9 points. It will be Denmark in second on 3 points, along with Finland on 3 points, and then Russia on 3 points, going last in the group. Honestly, what 2 games the boys have handled us today. Thank you, Ben and Sim. I appreciate that. 2 great games today. Scott M. Finn, then Russ. Will all be tied on points, so it goes to goal difference in the games played. Let me see who scores this goal. I think number 5 could be Højbjerg, Jack.
I think it is Højbjerg, David. Højbjerg, he's number 5 for us.
Oh, is it Højbjerg? No.
Could be Simon Kjær.
Kjær, that's who scored it. Kjær.
Yeah,
good finish.
Good finish. Simon Kjær, David. Wow.
Good finish. So here we have Scott M. He says it will go down to goal difference in the games played against each other. 1-0, 1-0 wins for Russia and Finland, and Denmark with a 4-1. So they would have the best goal difference, 100%. Ericsson, Resurrection Army, 100%. And goal differences for Denmark. I'll be honest with you, Jack. I'm absolutely over the moon for Denmark. I really am. I'm so happy for them, especially after what's happened. To show the grit, determination they did against Belgium. Harsh done by in the end. They ended up losing. But to go to Russia in their home backyard and trounce them 4-1, It's and this is what Denmark can do to you. They've done it with Ireland. We've gone out there, we've played them, got out there with a nil all draw. They come to Lansdowne Road, they hit us for 5. They can do that to you. And look, I'm absolutely delighted. So as it stands, like I said, guys, Belgium will come out of the group top on 9. Denmark will come out second on 3 points, but will come out on goal difference as they're beating Russia 4-1. Insane turn of events here today, Jack. None of us really gave Denmark a hope, did we?
No, David, we didn't at all. And to be honest, David, I'm absolutely delighted, just simply because this Danish team, I really like this Danish team. Obviously, we were considering Eriksson in it as a main focal point, but just to see them recover it and get that second place position, which we even originally predicted them getting, David, it's absolutely sensational. You have to really look at it and think of what an incredible tournament they've had to be able to come back from just this type of adversity, this type of trauma. I mean, it's actually insatiable. I mean, and David as well, you think about it, it's a team just full of leaders. So you really must think that this is a team that really must be able to motivate themselves and motivate each other and work for each other and practically die for each other, it seems like, on that pitch. And so it's just insane. It's just insane. They're actually a very inspiring team. And we've said this a million times, and I'll say it a million times again. It really is a team full of leaders, full of Vikings, and just them being able to get this result today and get back second place. It just shows. It just shows.
Yeah, it is. Belgium on the breakaway here, 4-on-3. It's 4-on-3 here against Finland. Finland throw men forward, try and get the goal. They have made a substitution. Lukaku for Benteke. Who's that holds it up? It's that Hazard. What a greedy man. What a greedy player. They have a 4-on-3. De Bruyne plays it in. All he has to do is run at them, play it across the 6-yard box. He cuts inside on his right-hand foot near the edge of the box, so he doesn't have to try and play someone else in to try and get his goal. That's very greedy by Eden Hazard. I'm very disappointed there. They could have really just went for the third, went for the kill.
Oh, that's all.
You know what I mean? Showed that they have no let in them. That's poor by Eden Hazard. That's greedy. Did you see that, Jack?
No, yeah, David. That's the type of play. It makes you want to 2-foot your own teammate, David. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
Absolutely.
I would. Scott M says Denmark's number 5 is Mahele.
Yeah,
so he scored the goal.
Yeah, that's their left back, David. Yeah, that's their left back.
Yeah, and Aaron Dove says, come on, Denmark, do it for Eriksson. I'm absolutely over the moon for them, man. I really am. The Viking. Of course, Højbjerg's still playing for them throughout the competition as well. I'm absolutely delighted for Denmark, I have to say. What a turn of extraordinary turn of events here today. Oh, unbelievable. God. Brian, well done, Denmark. 100%, my man, 100%. And look, there's not long left in these games here. Look, Finland, they don't look too threatening, to be honest with you. And it looks harsh on them after starting so promising with 3 points. You could see, I'd say they were disappointed not to try and take a point from Russia. That more or less would have seen them through coming into today's game. But look, they didn't do the job there, and they've been punished. They've been punished for kind of switching off as well. 2 goals here by Belgium. Jack, you did call 2-0, by the way. So far, your score prediction is coming in. It is coming in. But, Finland, I feel for them, man. I feel for them. They done well up until the opening goal was scored, Since the opening goal was scored, they've kind of had to go for the goal and try and get themselves back in it. But up until the goal was scored, they looked very, very good.
Yeah, David, I completely agree. And to be honest, thanks for reminding me that I guess I did predict that 2-0. But maybe I kind of forgot about it because, I love to root for the underdogs, and I almost got too caught up in rooting for the Finns, and, almost practically being their manager from the sidelines here. So, yeah, I actually forgot that, in a way I did have my prediction as well on the line. But, yeah, I am disappointed because I really was rooting for the Finns and really backing them here. But yeah, in a way, even more delighted, though, for the Danes. It's just insane. It's just insane. Just insane. They were able to recover it. To be honest, I didn't really expect them to do anything, and I wouldn't have even, thought anything of them if they didn't, get anything out of the rest of the tournament. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine what it's like to be in their shoes right now. Even still, what they're feeling right now, I couldn't even imagine what that feels like, David.
I can't wait to see the celebrations, man. I'd say it'd be an explosion of emotion.
Yeah.
I'd say there'd be a few cries there. You can see the passion. You can see the passion and the togetherness in them and how much it meant to them when the goals went in with the celebrations, especially when they got the third and the fourth and they kind of knew they were going through. And they were just breaking on Russia at will here. They really are just breaking on them at will. They are rooting. They are looking to put them to the sword, really. I wonder if they didn't know the result here with Belgium. maybe not. But Belgium, Finland. Look, I just feel hard done by Finland. I thought they dug in very well up until the first goal. Of course, then the second goal. Then is it 2-0? Yeah, it's 2-0.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Yeah. Then the second goal, look, kind of put a dagger in the hearts. Finland are throwing men forward now. Probably a bit too late to do it. And they're in here and behind. Oh, good defending. Good defending by Boyata, getting his toe on it, getting it back to Courtois. Pukki was looming. He was lurking there, trying to get on the end of it. Unlucky, but good defending there by the Belgian defenders. And yeah, look, this is more or less over. A few minutes left here. Same here in Denmark, Russia. Don't tell me this is 5, is it? No, it's still 4-1. He was just taking off one of his strikers, and the Denmark manager was celebrating with him. They are on the break here again. They are looking for the 5th, like I said. Pull back to the edge of the box. They've already scored. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. I'm loving this freaking trip between the two games here now. Every time I flicked on to the Denmark, every time I flicked on for the last 3 Denmark goals, they've scored. So I was absolutely delighted for them. Couldn't believe what I was seeing.
You're the Danish lucky charm. You're the Danish Clover, David.
I'm telling you. I'm absolutely telling you, my man. Aaron Dove says, epic drama. He's absolutely loving it. So am I, man. So am I. As a great man once said, thank you, football. Exactly, Joseph. I couldn't agree more. Gabriella Paricchio says, awesome. How are you keeping, my man? I hope you're keeping well. Everybody, make sure you have smashed the like. Make sure you have smashed the subscribe. With all the drama going on here, it'd all be appreciated. I've covered both games very well here. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm going to. I think I've done a good job covering the 2 games and everything, all the different scenarios going on, along with my main man, Jack Kanicki, of course. The show wouldn't be where it is without Jack Kanicki. So thank you so much, Jack, for coming on here as well.
No, David, you've absolutely killed it. Even with my internet troubles, David, you've been able to handle both streams, been able to handle both games practically like Højbjerg this season. You're playing 2-man's roles. You're playing the position of 2 players at once, David. You're killing it. Absolutely killing it.
100%, 100%. And Lazy801 says, what happened to Højbjerg earlier? What's with the Rab C Nesbitt bandage? I don't know, probably a clash of heads, but Højbjerg is a warrior. He'll just continue on playing. Look, the Denmark, their Russia and Belgium Finland game here is going into extra time now. So it is. Let's see what's going on with Russia Denmark. That's also an extra time. A big punt forward. Oh, Denmark are on the attack, and it's a corner kick here for them. Just going to waste down, try and put the ball in the box, see if they can get another one. And another substitute here for Belgium, just killing time.
David, also the Denmark game is in Copenhagen as well, so that's just absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational for the fans. The fans, they just saw practically the most traumatic thing any fan could see for their own players, and then a couple of games later, they're experiencing absolute elation. I couldn't even. It's just from the Danish fans to the Danish players, David. I can't even imagine what they're feeling.
100%, man. I couldn't agree more. Lazy801 says, standout work from both of you guys this whole tournament. Up the flat cap army. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. And everyone that's watching, I will be doing my fan calling show at 10:30 tonight over on my channel, The Irish Hotspur. If any of you want to come over, tune in, or if you have the memberships, come on and have your say on everything that's going on with Harry Kane, the manager search, and it's just for people to come on and vent and get a few stuff off their chest. But back to the action here. Big up Lazy801. I appreciate the super chat, man. What a legend. What a legend. But yeah, look, it's I'm not going to deny it's been very harsh on Finland. They gave it a good go, to be fair. They looked like maybe, it was looking like the keeper was having one of them days. But, Belgium found a way, which they kept knocking at the door. They kept on creating chances at Jack, and eventually they found a way. It's looking good for them this tournament, isn't it?
No, David, that's really spot on again, David. I think that's a good point. Look, Hrdecki, it looked like he was actually having one of those games where, nothing would go by him. And as long as the Finnish players, made it difficult enough for them, nothing was going to get by them. But maybe credit to the Belgians, maybe like you were alluding to, that, they created just enough chances. They never stopped creating chances. And then they just eventually put it away. There are only so many that the goalkeeper can keep out. So maybe you're absolutely right, David. I actually really agree with that.
No, 100%, man. And yeah, look, we are deep into injury time. There's only like a minute. Denmark and Russia is over. That's finished 4-1. Denmark players absolutely over the moon with themselves. They know they've gone through. Fair play to them. Absolutely delighted. You know, they're not going to be an easy opposition for anyone who gets them in the next round. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, absolutely delighted. He can't stop smiling, so we can't. Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted for the Danes. I'm not going to lie. We have Belgium and Finland still going on here at the minute. You know, a very entertaining group today, I have to say. Very entertaining and watch along today with the 2 games going on and the goals that's gone in. We've been absolutely blessed with this game, I have to say. Surely, come on, referee, just put this up. Put the Finns out of their misery. Just blow it up, man. And, of course, everybody, you know, the England watch along with the 2 boys here tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that. England v Czech Republic. Sorry, Jack, what were you going to say there, my man?
No, I'm just absolutely delighted for Højbjerg. I'm absolutely delighted for our Danish Viking, our leader, our general, hopefully maybe even our next captain next season. I would back him to be the captain.
Oh, Jack, you're going to wank over this. He's in the middle of a huddle giving them all a team talk and everything, lad.
That's legit.
I think they have Christian Eriksen on the phone, do they?
Maybe they do.
Yes. They're all in huddle. He's giving them a team talk, and now Christian Eriksen's on the phone. Oh, man, the scene's going on here. Absolute great camaraderie. Jack, this is going to give you a hard on. I know
I'm looking at it right now, David. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. This is glorious.
Just quickly, guys, Finland and Belgium has finished. It's finished. Belgium 2, Finland 0. Of course, Denmark beating Russia 4-1. As the group stands, Belgium topped the group on 9 points. Denmark finished second on 3 points, but on goal difference. Finland will finish third on goal difference ahead of Russia, who will finish fourth, but about out, losing 4-1 today. So that puts them bottom of the group with 3 points also. So look, Ukraine will be delighted how this group has panned out today. It's gone in their favour. They'll be absolutely delighted. Jack, why don't you let everyone know where they can find you, my man, before we sign off?
Look, I'm actually delighted for the Ukrainians. You know, maybe there's still hope for them. And yeah, you know, David, they can find us over at the fan show later. You know, I can't wait to see what the Irish Army have to say. I can't wait to see what the fellow flag cappers have to say to you. You know, they probably got some grievances. They probably got some turmoil. They probably got something on their mind that they got to tell you, David. And I can't wait. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy a beer, see what the flag cap army has to say. So that's where they can catch me later, David. Head on over to the Irish Hotspur, grab a membership if you're new, talk to David. He doesn't bite. And yeah, and also if you're a member as well, just to remind you, head on over there. David's having his fan show. You got to get over there. And then as well, head on over to Tottenham Away. There's plenty of fantastic content coming out of there as well. I believe they even had a podcast today with Danny in the bun, Kiriakou. So if you love Danny, if you love In the Bun, if you love anything that has to do with his bun, you'll head on over there as well.
100%, 100%. And Will says, am I allowed to rant tonight on your channel, David? Yes, Will, you are. You are, of course you are, man. Of course you are. You know you're more than welcome, my man. I'll send you on the link there shortly. Just wrapping up here, guys. You know, it's been incredible. The WeAreTottenhamTV Army, thank you so much for tuning in. The Harris Army, really appreciate it. Make sure you do smash a like on the channel. Subscribe on the channel if you're new. You know, grab a channel membership for the fan shows that the boys have coming up. Of course, make sure you tune in for the England watch along tomorrow. England versus Czech Republic. It'd be a good watch along, I'm sure. And of course, you know it's coming home. You know, Southgate, you're the one. Barmy Army, let's do it. Look, England will go through. But as it stands here today, the group we've been watching, it's Belgium that topped the group on 9 points. Denmark coming out in second on 3 points, of course, beating Russia 4-1. Leaving Finland on third. Is 3 points enough? Like Ukraine, we're not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I've been the Irish Hotspur, a.k.a. David. Get over to my channel. If you enjoyed me here today, get over there, smash a like or subscribe on the channel. I'm doing a fan show starting at 10:30. I'll see you all over there. And up the Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Big up Denmark.